All right, good morning, everybody. If you can hear me and if this sounds good audio-wise, hit that number 1, please. Again, if you can hear me and if the audio sounds good, if you could hit that number 1, that would be great. Kevin, Matt, Dash, John, Brett. There we go. There's the ones coming in now. Mitt, SH. Perfect. Thank you. All right. Well, very quickly, for those of you that, thank you, Hoover. For those of you that watch us in the archive, this is totally viewer supported. So if you want to have something to continue to watch in the archive and then save yourself some money, got to use code CLAY. That is case sensitive, so all caps. I recommend, I love Take Profit Trader, but whatever promotions any of these prop firms are running, code CLAY will give you that promotion. So you'll be able to save yourself some money and at the same time ensure that you continue to have something to watch in the archive. For those of you that are here live right now and that have used code CLAY, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for it. You are definitely playing a vital role in keeping the party going. So I thank you very much. All right. Let's see. That's not what I wanted. Goodness, still just dropping, huh? Well, good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, July 15th. The year is 2026, and we have ourselves quite the bloodfest right now as it just drops and drops and drops. And no need for a talk today. So I'm on a hot streak. I'm on a hot streak of not needing to talk, so that's good. Warsh is live currently. Oh, okay. So this is a multi-day testimony type thing, huh? Because yesterday I know who he talked to. But yeah, buying the dip has been a little dangerous on the day. Hey, good morning, Antonio. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on other than right now there's more sellers than buyers. Why are there more sellers than buyers? I don't know. That is everybody's guess, and I'm sure every headline you read will give a different opinion on why right now there are more sellers than buyers. Hey, good morning, Jimmy. Caught the falling knife. Good job, Dash. Yeah, I mean, on the bright side, this hasn't necessarily been like straight down. Some of these movements are just solid red candles. There's no green. There's barely any lower shadows. But there have been, now this right here, that was kind of rough. But I mean, there have been some bounces along the way. So I don't want to say like it's just pure carnage, like anybody that tried to catch the knife was destroyed. No, I mean, there's been bounces along the way. Which, to be fair though, it's been pretty ideal because bounces along the way that have ultimately rolled back over mean that shorts that don't chase, let the price come up a little bit, then get short and then look for the rollover. They've been getting those rollovers. So it's, in some senses, it's been a pretty methodical day. I don't know. I don't know really what to think of today. Some days, I've been where I'm like, I'm green today. I'm not quite sure how, but I'm green. Today is not one of those days, but it is one of those days where just thinking back on how, granted, there's hindsight in this, in these comments here, but it does seem like I should be a little more green on the day. It seems like there's been kind of some lost opportunities. Again. Just a minute. Hey, what's up, Hack? Good morning, Jocko. Didn't take my first trade until 1 hour after the open. Oh, good job, Alfonso. That's something I'm not quite sure I could do. But again, that doesn't mean you're wrong. Today I did well. Not all days are clear. I waited a little too long at the open. Hey, good morning, Nero. So yeah, it's fine. Like I said, today's fine. It's not a bad day. It's not a day where we need to talk. It's just, It seems like I should be up more than what I am, just based on the methodical nature, where I think both sides have had opportunities. Whether you're a knife catcher, whether you're somebody that's now, if you're depend on if you're a momentum trader and if you define momentum as chasing the price, and yeah, there are plenty of opportunities where you could have chased here on the short side, gotten cooked, chased here on the short side, gotten cooked. But yeah, if you just allow the price to bounce back up to you, I think there's been a lot of good methodical moves. Hey, good morning, Muhammad. Good morning, Tom. Yeah, so I don't know, but how are your days going so far? Public service announcement. Apparently, Apex is now enforcing the dormancy policy on PAs. Uh Thank you for letting us know, John. What exactly do you mean? How without trading? So like if you go like a week without trading them, busted my first pro account yesterday, but hit profit target for my second email. Your first pro. Okay, well, hey, GSC, congrats on getting the pro account. A lot of people look at that and be like, man, I wish I could just even get a pro account. But yeah, that's part of the sequence. You're now moving to the next phase where it may seem like, man, it's impossible to get a payout on my pro account. But I'm sure you were in the previous stage of, man, is it even possible to pass a test account? So yeah, man, just keep on grinding. Hey, good morning, Messi. Sitting at work with you tabbed up. All right. Am I on loudspeaker right now? Should I say hello to your colleagues? Green 400 is more than I had yesterday, so I'm grateful. There we go. So right now it's again a little scary because you look over here at the 5 minute and beautiful hammer candle. Doji, whatever you want to call it. This was what I mean by methodical. This was not tricky at all. Big move down, hammer candle at a level that I consider pretty key, the previous session close, and then you got to bounce. That's not shocking. That wasn't, that was a dirty move. No, that was pretty technical right there. It's the situations where you get this, you get the hammer, and then it comes up a little and then dumps. Those are the nasty moves. So, like, that's what I mean by methodical and how, I don't know, it seems like even today it started off with, and this will mean a little bit more to the members of the community, but I put in a trade about playing a breakout right here. And now, granted, it's not like it was an epic breakout, but even right there, was it on this? I don't. Yeah, somewhere right around here. Yeah, I think it must have been on that candle. It broke out a little bit. Like, now, did it run like 80 points? No, but it ran like, I think, 15, 20 points. And when you got some NQs, that adds up very quickly. Oh, that's why that makes sense. I'm looking at the 5 minute. Okay, that makes sense. Here, let's try it again on the 2 minute. Yeah, there we go. I was like, wait, there we go. Okay, yeah. So right here, bought. Actually, I anticipated a little bit at like 50-ish, and then eventually ran up to 65 before the opening bell even happened. So right there was a nice little trade. In fact, that is where the 700 came from. What is up with... Okay, now I'm drawing lines. We were on the struggle bus, folks. All right, good. Very glad I did not do any shorts down there. No, I'm on a headset. Okay, noted that you're on a headset. I got to 1500 on my eval. Dang, Kevin. Have you cooked any accounts yet, Kevin? Or are you saying you got to 1500 on, is this your first eval account? Yeah, have to have two $50 days every 30. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So not only do you need to have just actual trades, you actually need to have $50 days every 30. Interesting. All right. All right. Well, there we go. There's a little heads up for you Apex users. Make sure you don't keep your accounts dormant for too long. But also, flip trades are not good enough, apparently. I cooked one yesterday. Okay, all right, nice, not bad at all, Kevin. You've only cooked one account. Well, like I said, I think I can never remember, either 4 or 5 accounts before I passed my first one. Granted, a couple of them were because I forgot about this button, and then I had orders out there as I learned the platform. But still, yeah, it is okay if you cook some accounts. Good evening, everyone. I blew up my account yesterday. Well, I don't know. If you think you can pass within 15 days, well, I don't know. Not necessarily. It depends how quick did you cook the account. If you just cooked it after a couple of days, accounts don't reset at the end of every month. They reset 30 days from whenever you signed up. Did you turn on in-video ads? Oh, okay. Yeah, that reminds me. I did. So I'm curious because I got a pop-up message and it's like, have ads turned on, but like these ads don't interrupt the stream. I'm like, wait, what do you mean they don't interrupt the stream? Yeah, so did the stream still play though when the ad popped up, Zooks? I was very curious about that. I'm like, okay, is this like a win-win for everybody? Okay, so that's what happens. The I get muted while the ad plays, but you can still watch. Am I understanding that right? I just got half a screen and couldn't hear you. Oh, I see. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so it is still all right. So YouTube, I mean, they're not being told. So what they mean by ads that don't disrupt the live stream is ads that don't cut away from the live stream. But they could have been a little bit more clear in the sense of, but it will be disrupted in the sense of your viewers will not be able to hear you for a second. How long do the ads last? Hey, Abel, you did not have to do that, but I appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Like I told you in email, I have props for the vast majority of, or code Clay for the vast majority of prop firms. So in the future, like I said in the email, if you want to just default, but yeah, it happens. Very kind of you. And I saw that. I saw that. Didn't use code Clay Plus. Got a 30K payout thanks to you and the price. Yeah, Abel. Well, I'm not going to say it's necessarily because of me, but because you're the one pressing the buttons. But yeah, Abel, he bought the 20 Apex accounts, took his time, and then you know what he did? He took his time, and then here's the secret because he did this some more. He took his time some more, and yeah, now he is eligible for a $30,000 payout. Again, 20 accounts that he's been copy trading. Did I mention this yet about him taking his time? And yeah, that's going to be great. In fact, when the payout does show up, I'd love a screenshot if you don't mind. Just I mean, I'll be blunt. Use it for some marketing to show that yeah, the community can offer some good value. Hey, thank you, Kevin. I think you can get it. I think you can get a little more than eggs and milk with a $30,000 payout. I think. To be fair, and again, I'm going to turn this into a little bit of a marketing for Apex too, because I do have a code with Apex also. But let's not do too many congratulations yet, because in the world of prop firms, congratulations are not fully due until the money shows up in the bank account. I'm confident that it will. I'm just saying, Abel's got a. He's still got a. I concede a small hypothetical battle, but it is still a battle nonetheless. Will the money show up? I don't see why it wouldn't, but once that occurs, and that's why I actually requested, okay, once the money shows up in your account to send a screenshot, because that is like, there is no, in theory, like, not only did he make the money, he was paid the money. Thank you, Antonio. Yeah, I appreciate using code Clay. Yes, fantastic work so far on Abel's part. No doubt about it. And now it's time for Apex to step up and not have any drama for Abel. And this is why I know some people, they want to complain about Apex. How could you have a code for Apex? Blah, blah, blah. Because there's two sides to every story. And a lot of people complaining are the ones out there not reading rules, rushing, blah, 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 blah. Does Apex have more rules? Sure. Do they take longer to pay out? Sure. However, Abel here, if you just take your time, way, 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 way easier said than done. And I mean, and by the way, we witnessed this in the chat, in the private community. He'd post his game, he'd post his days, including the red ones. But you know what? The red ones were controlled, and yeah. Have you ever been denied a payout from any prop firm? Batsy, I've only ever used Take Profit Trader, and I've never been denied a payout. Although to be fair, that shouldn't mean a whole lot coming from me because I am an affiliate. I do have a code, so there's always kind of that. Yeah, Clay, apples and oranges though. Why would they ever deny you, an affiliate that's got a live stream going on? And that's a totally fair argument. But no, I'm not aware of anybody that's ever been denied a payout. But yes, I have never been denied a payout. But like I said, in the spirit of intellectual honesty, that's not. I don't know if that's really the strongest endorsement or not. But yeah, Batsy. And the way Take Profit set up, I guess in theory they could deny a payout, but it's not really. Yeah, it's pretty much like if you qualify for a payout, you have met their rules, so therefore you're going to get paid. Thanks. My problem is that I Zooks exact. Did you notice me emphasizing a certain characteristic about Abel's journey? He took his time. You're not alone, Zooks. We all that's in fact, I think Abel would probably tell you that he pushes things too. Although to be fair, Abel also took a big swing on some Tradeify accounts he got to get him pat. He and CPI worked out in his favor. So in that regard, you know, Abel's still out there swinging big, but once more, that does fall within the landscape of these bigger payout accounts that are now coming. Okay, that's where it is a different game. Prop firm's not the same as trading your own funds. That is true. The money management, the risk management is a little bit different because the numbers are not the same in a good way. In a good way, I love it's scam like how prop firms can work in the sense of wow. So I could cook 10 accounts at $100 a piece and be out 1,000, and then on account number 11, I get a $1,500 payout, and boom, just like that, all those accounts are paid for plus some. Yeah. Whereas in real trading, if you're cooking 10 accounts, yeah, your journey's probably over. You probably live under a bridge somewhere. Good, Zooks. Good. Yeah, it's all a journey. It's all and as long as you just move forward, Zooks, realizing it's easier said than done. Like take your time, go slow. That is actually the true patience. That is a difficult part. Yes, myself included. I know we've talked about this. A lot of people said we got to be patient, and myself and others, we equate that, which is true. But like, okay, yeah, you got to be patient. Like if I say I want to buy here, okay, be patient to buy down here, and that is an aspect of being patient as a trader. But I think the biggest aspect of being patience as a trader is to go slow from an overall standpoint, especially in the prop firm space. Go slow, methodically. Get the test passed. Go slow. Build your buffer. Just. But it's hard. It's hard because we are all. I don't know if we are, but you need to be a competitor. You need to be a competitor. You need to be very competitive to succeed as a trader. However, the market loves to use that against us because competitors like to kind of let's go, let's go, let's go, and it's like, well, wait a second, slow down. Well, I'm not here to slow down. I'm here to pedal and metal. I'm a competitor, and it's like, yeah, that's so. It's just trading and its difficulty makes so much sense. The more you do it, and the more you realize how certain things are required. However, those things that are required, the market will gladly use against you, such as you got to be competitive. I've been passing accounts on 3MNQ at a time. Very nice. But yeah, it adds up. 3MNQ doesn't sound like a lot, but it can do quite a bit. All right. Is that I don't know. Do I maybe try another sniper shot? I don't know if I want to try a sniper shot. Do I try a bounce off that or is it about to All right, I'm gonna try I think it might bounce off there one more time. Well, we're at the tread line. I'm gonna try the sniper shot here. A little bit of a move right there. Come on, come on. Want a little bit lower. Ah! I hesitated, folks. I'm just not believing this breakdown right now. Secured 1K. Hey, good job, Papacito. Well done. Yeah, Gary. I can definitely do that. So right there, those are all the firms that I have a code with. And it's, again, code Clay, case sensitive, all caps with any of those prop firms. So there you go, good sir. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. All right. Yeah, I hesitated. Yeah, good grief. Then it just did the back test. That would have been another one for a sniper shot. Wow, I've missed like. Okay, let's try again here. Maybe on the back test. Okay, I'm in. Out, just like that. If you blinked, you missed the sniper shot. Pow, pow. If you blinked, you missed it. Maybe I should do an entire live stream of all just sniper shots. Hey, JP. I don't live there, but crackheads everywhere. I don't live there. Live where? What did I miss? Live where? Where are the crackheads? Clay, I literally just passed my first. Oh, wait, what? And lost phone. Okay, you didn't lose the account, though. Clay, I literally just passed my first 50K eval. Awesome, Maddie Dented. And also lost phone usage at work. Okay, but you didn't lose the account. Am I understanding that right? That's not the twist. Oh, man, I just passed my first account and then something happened and then I lost the account. You're just saying you lost phone usage. No, I'm saying they don't allow us to use your phones. Okay. That still sounds kind of bad. Well, like, how did that work? Did you get a big email or is it like an announcement over the loudspeaker? I've now received 2 ads advertising bananas. Are you serious? Stop. Are you? No, Zooks is joking. Has anybody else gotten a banana ad? If so, that is wild. Yes. The settings for this are, let's see, right there. 12 ticks, showing ticks, target price only, and then 12 right there. So those are the settings. Hey, thank you, son. Yeah, if you've been here before and you know you're gonna enjoy, please hit that like button. It's help. It always is appreciated. I know I've gotten very bad at reminding everybody, but yes, it does help out. It does make a difference. So if you've been here before and you know you're gonna enjoy and have not hit that like, please do so. No ads for me, but YouTube Premium. Yeah, I would assume you won't get any ads. Only got one ad at the start. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably turn them off. Like I said, it was advertised to me as a pop-up. Hey, are you aware that there's this new feature that it's like split screen or something and that your viewers won't be interrupted? So I guess I was thinking, oh, you can still watch the live stream, you can still hear me, and then all of a sudden it split screens, and for, I don't know, 12 seconds over here, there's an ad for who knows what, male lingerie. I don't know what it would be, but like, I'm just trying to think, what do we talk around? Like, I would assume the ads are based on what we talk about here. So, male lingerie, walnuts, yeah, bananas, all that sort of stuff, I'd assume. But it sounds like that's not quite how it works. The supervisor just called a meeting and they just put up signs. Oh, no. That's not good. But yeah, hey, congrats on passing the account. That's awesome, man. Okay, I don't know. I think I might drive myself insane. I literally just got done explaining the ads. And then Nathan's like, why did I just get an ad? Although, to be fair, he didn't necessarily, why did you get a Robinhood ad? I don't know. Because you're a degenerate? I don't know. All right, let's see if we can maybe get another sniper shot somewhere. Well, good, Matty Dented. I'm very glad that you're in this landscape, and congrats on your first pass. Now, don't get cocky. I'm not saying you are getting cocky, but just be careful. Don't get overly cocky and confident about it all. Same here. Same here. What? Yes, again, ads are turned on. I got a pop up about something new from YouTube. So I was like, oh, that sounds like it might actually be a good win win for everybody. But as of now, I'm not sure it's that much of a win win because apparently I go mute, which I don't know. Maybe some of you are like, Clay, trust me, that's a win. That's a win. Why do I? for spray. Well played. That's good. That was good. That was good. Hey, what's up, Sean? Oh, okay. Well, cool, Burger. Yeah, that is the point of the live stream, anyways. Ultimately, I'm not here to try to convince you that I'm a good trader. I'm too old and cranky to care what you think about me as a trader, but I am. As I always said, the core driver of this live stream is to make people aware of the golden age that we are a part of as far as day trading is concerned. Day trading futures through a prop firm, mathematically speaking, is just it's a thing of beauty. All right, I'm gonna try sniper shot up here. So that red line is my entry, and then the dotted green is my exit. Well, then, JJ, you will not have to worry about said discussion. All right, I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, here we go. Maybe kind of, sort of. Kind of looking for the sniper shot right up there. How did I not get filled there? I should probably be canceling this. All right, all right, there we go. And out. In and out. Another sniper shot. Clay, those are pistols. That's not a. It should be like. I know. I just calm down. There we go. So if you blinked, you're missing these ones, but I promise if you scroll back, you'll see that this fluctuated for a couple seconds and then was done. Well, Clay, yeah, see, there's a scalping rule. Ha. Now with Take Profit Trader, there's not. Which again is why Take Profit Trader, king of the business, as far as I'm concerned. No scalping rule. Ads go for okay. Okay, so 5 seconds, that's not terrible. I set up that exact sniper shot before you said it there. There we go, GSC. I mean, is it really that bad, Jimmy? I don't know. So we got Zook saying, nah, it's fine. Just leave him. Now Jimmy's acting like it's the end of the world that I go mute for 5 seconds. I could see that being very annoying. If I'm in the middle of one of my angelic like singing songs, angelic like what is it called when you my angelic like performances, there we go. I could see that being annoying because that's you missing out on 5 seconds of the songbird of our generation. The lips of an angel. That's true. I do have the lips of an angel also. No. Bluefish, that's the wrong lyric. Listen to your heart. What? We all know it's listen to your loins when they're calling for you. Do I want to do more sniper shots or not? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Exactly. Loin, it's not heart. I don't know why anybody would think that's the actual lyric. That makes no sense. Listen to your heart. What? I never really. If I did ever have a daily goal, It never lasted that long because I don't remember. Yeah, I know I do the slogan $500 a day keeps a day job away, but, and I have a video somewhere on YouTube explaining that's not like a literal number. It's more of a philosophy. That's just saying, hey, I mean, $500 a day actually adds up very, very quickly. In fact, it could be enough to just totally replace a job. Um, and that just has been developed because yes, the internet, in my when I this is how old I am. When I got started, message boards can easily make you feel like you're a terrible trader. Now, message boards has mainly been replaced with social media. Like you can look around social media, and $500 can in a day you can feel actually really bad about $500 in a day. You can think you have a broken strategy, you're not very good, blah 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 blah. So the way to kind of just that I've always used to help me kind of battle that is just wait, $500 a day keeps the day job away, right? Like that little phrase is just it's helped me to keep gains in perspective because I'm telling you, internet, your mind is a weird place. You could average $500 a day, and the internet will make you think you are a terrible trader. So no, I never actually had any financial goals long lasting because financial goals are the devil for me. Whether that's a daily goal or a monthly goal or a yearly goal or a weekly goal, financial profit targets, profit goals are they just play way too many mind games. Way too many mind games. $500 a day is like 15K. Exactly. That's what I mean. The internet will make you think that $500, again, average per day is like you're terrible. But then, like, do the math out. And that's what I did in the video on YouTube from years ago. And it's like, oh, wow. Especially when you consider $500 a day as a side hustle because, you need to be sitting in front of your computer for 8 hours a day to make 500, especially in the world of futures. But no, it's not like I'm sitting there always trying to make 500 or anything like that. Because if you're always trying to make a certain amount, that's where trouble arises. It's just a general kind of attitude to try to keep myself grounded in reality. Yeah, exactly, JJ. Do I try the sniper shot off the tread line here? Or do I think it's going to break right away? In. Hello? Ooh, that was kind of a dark soul. That one. I got it, but that usually I like my sniper shots to be a little bit more snipery than that. Oh, I forgot. There we go. Celebration there. I don't know. That might did I have a blinking blue line? I think my blue line might have been blinking for a second. I'm gonna F5 it real quick. I think these snipey shots are $48. No, I mean you can do the math if you want to get up to $100. Well, then yeah, just whatever the math is on that, you can But these are doing going for 12 ticks on 8 contracts. So yeah, I think I think they're $48, but you'll have to fact check me on that math. Oh yeah, the concrete guy. Yeah, I think I don't think he's not. I don't think he is gonna. I guess he is deemed it probably not worth his time because he did come back, and the Sam, the general contractor, was like, yeah, and he had this like hand grinder, and Sam's thinking, well, I mean, I have that. I could have done that, and he's like, yeah, he was here for like 5 minutes. So I think he went down to the basement, tried to like buff out the humps, and it was my guess is either two things. He's either going to reach out to me and be like, all right, I showed back up, I finished it up, which he has not done that, and this all occurred like 3 weeks ago. So I'm assuming because if that's the case, I'm like, no, dude, I'm not paying you. Yeah, you did show up. Yeah, you did do something, but you didn't do anything effective. But my guess is because he has not reached out wanting the rest of his payment, my guess is he's just like, all right, whatever. That 8 grand Not worth it. I'm like, okay, I'll keep the extra 8 grand. Hopefully I can pay somebody else to come do it for, I don't know, 3 grand and pocket the 5 grand. So, but yeah, that is the update there. I mean, the house build has been fantastic. I have had zero complaints. Electricians have been great. Plumber, HVAC has been great. Carpenters have been great. Insulation is going in right now. As far as I can tell, they were making good progress. They showed up on Monday when they said they were going to show up. But the flat work guys, not impressed. They're the only people so far that I would not recommend to anybody else. Well, no, I'm not for 8K. Maybe for 3K. They make us, yeah, exactly. I hear the self-leveler stuff is actually quite expensive. So the question that I have for the flooring guy is, I mean, I don't want to have to level the entire basement floor. Like it's just like in a couple of different spots. So like hopefully you can just do like in a spot. I hope. But I don't know if that's how that all works. Hey, good morning, Matty Matt. Okay, nice hammer here. Man, this is what I mean by. I think this illustrates what I was talking about earlier about. I have 10 bags in my garage that I didn't use. I can Uber it to you. I appreciate that, Greg. I wonder what the Uber bill on that would be. Not cheap. But anyway, so earlier I was making the comment about, there's some days where you show up and it makes sense why you're green. Everything just makes sense. Other days it's like, okay, I'm green today. I'm not sure how. Other days, man, how am I red today? And then today it's one of those where it's like, I'm green, but it seems like I should be even more green. And this is what I mean. Past two trend lines have actually come down nicely that I've drawn, including this one. Yet, I don't know. So the charts are acting methodically. Like these trend line breaks they're breaking, nothing crazy. It's not like it broke and then popped up here and then came down. No, it broke and methodically worked its way all the way down. And I don't know. Yeah, sniper shots can add up for sure. But to be fair, sniper shots also open up the world of leaving a whole lot on the table. So, but yeah, I mean, I think there's a time and place for everything. What was it last week when I was trying to max out that account? We had to do we had the Matt incident, right? Where he's like, all right, you got to get this amount of points, blah, blah, blah. So I set up the sniper shot. And then, yes, Matt's calculation was slightly off. But anyways, point being, there was a time and a place for that sniper shot because I knew that I needed to make, I knew I needed this amount. I was X, Y, or X away from it. So, okay, I then knew that how much I had to make. Well, I mean, it fits perfectly here. And there's a time and place for everything. Time and place for everything. Yeah, I probably will never let that go, though, because that was hilarious. Oh, yeah, okay. That's an interesting. Kevin is, or I'm sorry, not Kevin, keeping the West. That seems like abundantly of an obvious solution. But if I'm being totally transparent here, my baboon brain, I didn't even consider that. That's fair. Wait, no, wait a second. No, that added contract ATM with no profit. Yeah, but yeah, no, wait a second. But I don't understand how does that work. Like if I do 8, it's gonna buy and sell 8. How is that gonna leave me a runner? Or are you saying that within the ATM somewhere you can tell it to not sell the entire position? Yeah, I think I'm misunderstanding what you're saying. I am interested. Okay, let me just get rid. I am interested in a long down around this area as the prices bounced and bounced. Will it bounce again? Nobody knows, but I don't think I'm being irrational to think it could bounce from down there again. You can tell it to sell 7. Really? Where? How do I? Where? Where? Where do I tell it to only? Just got a number with the actually the a local area code. So I'm thinking, okay, is this actually legit or is this just one of these, still a scam where they figure out your area code and then so it makes the number look a little bit more legit. So just ran a quick Google search on it. But yeah, as far as I can tell, no like business actually came up. So we'll see. Maybe who is that logic? That with that one guy that with the Vegas the vague voicemails. Pure logic or something like that. The plus sign? No, that's just how you name it. Oh, right here maybe. Wait, stop. Let me cook real quick. Quantity 1, take profit 12. Oh! So you can set up. Okay, interesting. Okay, I can't do that right now. Interesting. Okay, maybe a long down here. Not maybe. I'm going to try. Let's see if I guess go for a triple bottom. Bottom 1, bottom 2. Can we get the triple bottom? Oh, come on. Come on. If this goes green and then comes back down, I'm not going to take this anymore. It hasn't gone green enough for me to want to cancel it, but yeah, I'm not going to do it anymore. Think about it. If I'm able to get filled now, that means that this nice little green candle has failed. And when nice green, see, now the candle's getting even bigger. So yes, imagine if I'm able to buy down here. That would imply that, oh, Dark Soul. All right, yeah, I'm definitely not interested now. Yeah, I'm not looking to buy immediately after or during the process of a nice green candle failing miserably. No thanks. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie here. I heard the doorbell ring. Then I hear a dude's voice. Come on in. I'm not thinking in the way you're thinking. I'm just thinking, did we have an appointment set up today? I don't remember anything like. Is something broken in this house that I'm not aware of? So I'll be right back. I want to peek out the window. It's just the milkman. It's all good. Just the milkman. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try a short right there. that red line turns blue, I'm in. Suppose I could, yeah. Should I just get short here? Yes, I'm talking to myself. Short, stop above there. That could work. I'll let it stay here. Could do this just to kind of show you what an ATM order looks like on the way down. So check this out. Like you can also do it here. You can also do, so like now I need the price to come down here. So it'll short and then hopefully the momentum carries it down. Now I'm just doing one because I don't know if let's see. So all of the ATM orders I've done so far, I'm letting the price come up to me and then getting filled like on the bid. But this would be me hitting the offer. I'm sorry, hitting the bid because I'm getting short. The problem with these though is sometimes you can get like slippage. So then all of a sudden this dotted green line like moves down here. Because it's always going to go for 12 ticks, but that's based on your entry. And if you have slippage on your entry, this target. So watch here. Let's see if the dotted green line actually gets pushed down further. I'm going to move it up here now. Oh, no. This is not the time to be doing this. I like this. I like this a lot actually. Okay, I'm short. I thought I liked it. I still do. My life would have been a lot easier had I gotten filled. That red line that showed up there was me trying to add. And yeah, that would have adjusted my price up a little bit. And that pullback there would have given me the flexibility I needed. So now I'm kind of... Hey, Spartacus. Dang. And this is going to have to be all she wrote. Shoot, I wish I would have gotten that first ad. I'm not saying that would have turned this into a green trade, but it would have given me a little bit more flexibility. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right, I'll take that. Small loss. That feels like a gift. So I'll take that gift. So I don't even know. I think I lost, what, 30 bucks on it? Something like that. So what I am, though, wondering is, have we officially entered into a sideways channel? That's why I wanted it. I didn't want to quite, because it's like, oh, crap. I don't want to stop out at what's potentially the top of a channel. And in my defense, I was right. Now, is it a true channel where it's going to roll all the way back over here? Obviously, that remains to be seen. But as of now, I'm glad I got out because this is the 21 EMA, which I could see it now act as support to push it back up. But yeah, that is something that I'm going to be now considering. Is this the start of I hope not. I really don't feel like chopping around in this range. To be fair, that'd be over a 100-point range. So that wouldn't be the end of the world. But still. Hey, good morning, Jonesy. What is the ATM? What do you mean, what is the ATM? Sam, we've been talking a whole lot about ATMs, and I thought you were here the whole time, so I'm confused. I don't think I understand what you're actually asking. You mean about what? What about consolidation about what? Thank you, Sky Mountain. Agreed. 30 MN. Okay, wait a sec. Oh, okay. Zook, sorry. You were just saying that. I thought that's what you were doing. I'm like, Zooks, wait, what happened to you slowing things down? Now you're out here slinging around 30 MNQ, but that's not. You're just making a general observation. All right. Well, if this is indeed the top of a range, then I should be looking for a short. I'm just not totally convinced right now that this is a range, but okay, I'm going to do this. If this comes up here, hits the L line, and then, okay, well. Yeah, the further it drops, the further my entry point is moving, which then creates a larger risk profile than I want. Apple at all time. Oh, really? All right. I thought Apple was getting beat up. Did it recover that quick? I could have sworn last I looked at Apple, I don't know, maybe that was a while ago. I thought it was getting punched in the face. Do I try the middle finger trade, which happens to be basically right in the middle of the channel? Look at that middle finger there. That's crazy. Do I try the proctology trade? Okay. I know some people say don't diddle in the middle, but I got the middle finger. Roger that, Labradabber. Apple big breakout today. Yeah, apparently. Apparently my computer rebooted last night. Must have had to do some updates. So my Webull is closed right now, so I can't pull up the Apple chart at this. Whoop. Oh, I'm in. Come on. Don't give me the middle finger. I'll take that. Thank you. Thank you, middle finger. Look at that. Dunk soul. What's going on with the semiconductor market? I don't know. What was it, yesterday or 2 days ago? IBM. I guess they're not. They're kind of in the semiconductor, but they were. I don't know. I think some of these companies, the hype. Maybe the hype is catching up to things. Dang. I left a lot on the table there. Middle finger. Thank you, dog. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Yeah, that to be fair, Dark, that's pure speculation. I mean nobody actually knows, right? That's all the market is people just guessing why there are more sellers and buyers or why there are more buyers and sellers. The only facts in the market is prices go up when there's more demand than supply. Prices go down when there's more supply than demand. That's the only fact. In terms of why is there more supply or demand or vice versa, yeah, that's where all the speculation comes in. Oh, we know what happened to IBM. Oh, we do? How do you determine what is a good RR for your strategy? One that is sustainable. Well, what is sustainable? Well, I mean, I don't know one that gives you a worthwhile amount of money. Well, what is a worthwhile amount of money? Well, I mean that depends on your standard of living, which is why I always say the lower your standard of living, the easier it becomes to be a successful trader because you don't need to make nearly as much. There is nothing wrong if you want a fleet of yachts and a air hangar full of private jets, and you want mansions around the world. More power to you. But for that person, trading becomes way harder because that person obviously has to make way more money. So there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just letting you know the correlation. The higher your standard of living, the harder trading becomes. Clay, I'm gonna go lay down. Ooh, that sounds nice and nap. So I guess once again, be looking for potentially a short up around there. This, if this is indeed seeming like it's becoming a top of some kind of range, I'm very surprised with two cool and favorite that we cannot claim and hold 30,000. Well, I mean, if you consider the bond market, Neil, I think it'll make a little bit more sense for you. I don't care about what these inflation reports think. I care about what the market thinks about these inflation reports. And the way to figure out what the market thinks about the inflation reports is look at the bond market. And last I checked, the 10-year, which by the way mortgages are based off of. So in other words, if the Fed cuts rates, cut rates, that means that's cheaper. That means mortgages are going down. That is just not true. Because if the Fed cutting rates all of a sudden freaks out the bond market and bond prices go up, you are cutting rates and mortgages could theoretically be going up. So that my point, Neil, is if you look at the bond market, I don't think you'll be as surprised. Let's take a gander at bonds, shall we? Not the most interesting thing, but actually, I would argue the one of the most important things out there. Oh, there we go. Bonds. What are bonds doing today? It's still over 4.5%. If this goes up over 5%, buckle up, boys. And girls and furries. Buckle up. So I saw a stat that did a good job illustrating. So last time the 5% or the 10-year the 10-year bond went over 5% was during like the financial crisis, I think, or is that 2001? Either way, last time that happened, things got rough. However, that was when the debt was 9 trillion. Now what is it? What is it debt? 30 some trillion. So I think so 5% on 9 trillion, way less than 5% on 33 trillion. So yes, watch bonds. The higher the bonds go, not good. Not good. Some say, I'm not saying it's the fact, but some say the smartest people in the market are in the bond market. But which is why I'm not in the bond market because I'm a baboon. Which is why I don't think any of us are in the bond market because we are all dented baboons. Okay, I mean, this yellow line was drawn quite a while ago, and this yellow line continues to hold strong. So I'm gonna try a short up here, and if it decides to this is the moment it's gonna break up through, well then so be it. Then I'm gonna have a losing trade. I could see this being a sniper shot too. Maybe I should change that to an ATM order. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it as is. There is my purple line. Where's this? Are you talking about my purple line? Who's purple line? The mystery. Okay. All right. I guess it's not as bad as. Who was the guy that showed up that made the call and then just left? I've already forgotten his name. Brad? Who was that a couple days ago that made the epic call and then just disappeared? I forget his name though. So maybe it wasn't as epic as what I thought. Richard. He still hasn't been back. Sad. Did I put you in timeout? Why would you think you got put in timeout? What is something in the world that creates paranoia? Like, is there substances out there that can make people paranoid? Or I think there is. What are those substances? Yeah, well, it's not Rich. It's Richard. Sativia. What's sativia? Sativia. Is that the sugar replacement? Because I wasn't. What do you mean you weren't able to chat in the afternoon? Cocaine, governments. That's true. No, a strain of weed. Of a weed. No, a strain. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, we were talking about that a couple weeks ago. Like the media. Like it's crazy that the headlines are just literally throwing in the word explosive. Like I would have just thought they'd left it as parasite, blah blah blah, creates diarrhea. But the fact that they're throwing that word explosive, it must be like I don't even know. I think I was no. See, that's what I'm saying, David. Is you're paranoid. You definitely were not blocked. So, David, I need you to lay off. You know, stop hanging out with Mary Jane so much. Go find some new friends. Mary Janes and spray paint cans are not your friend, David. You've become irrationally paranoid. We're a good group, though. Hang around with us more. Tell Mary Jane and the paint cans, listen, we can't hang out anymore. All right, well, the top of the channel, there we go. Unfortunately for me, it didn't come up a little bit more to film me. Not that I'd still be holding per se, but I will be looking for a long down here, though. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start to plant my flag on the hill that we are in a sideways channel. We're doing some longer term consolidation here, back and forth, and we will see. Now here, power tools. What is he working on? Maybe I have no idea. Our stove was busted for a little bit, and then believe it or not, resetting it, fixed it. I have no idea what's going on. I can't remember if I ever said. I know I cracked the joke about it being the milkman. It's appliance guys here right now. Ooh, okay. Here's the middle finger again. I didn't try it this time. Do I try the middle finger trade again? Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Yeah. Okay. Now let's see if it wants to come back up. We'll get long at the green line if it wants to come back up. But if it continues to drift lower and lower, well then, okay, maybe here, maybe. I am long. Come on, hammer. I'll take the stupid scoop. I can't be too crazy. There's a stranger in the house right now. So, yeah. I got to tone it down a little bit. The middle finger twice. Twice. I'm done, though. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do any more of these proctology exams with that finger right there. I'm going to... Maybe I should. But this is becoming a little too easy. And I don't like what the area. There we go. Okay. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I think this is a sideways channel. I think that is the bottom of the channel. So that's where I'm going to buy. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to blame the milkman. By the way, just for the record, this is the second day in a row I've worn the shirt that Jimbo got me. But Jimbo didn't show up yesterday, and it's looking like he's not going to show up today either. Guy is a true filthy rat. But Clay, he bought you... It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Clay, do you really consider... Yeah, of course. Probably kind of weird. Like, I'll put it this way. I do not walk around public and tell like I have a bunch of friends that I hang around with on the internet. I don't say that. I'll be honest there. Do I go brag about you being friends to like in my real life people? No. I think that would make me sound kind of crazy and weird. But yes. The names that I recognize, like I said, and I don't know, maybe this could be possible at some point. There'd have to be some sort of confirmation process. But like the vast majority, it'd be super fun to like hang out at Top Golf with you guys. Like if we could do like but again, I don't know the logistics on that, and those things are a nightmare to set up. But yes, I would totally hang out with many of you in real life. But once more, to just keep it honest, I would be a liar if I ran around my real life acquaintances and been like, yeah, man, I got a bunch of online friends that I hang around with. Maybe that's a little bit more acceptable now in this day and age, but like as a kid, if you told people you were making friends in internet chat rooms, they'd be like, stranger danger. I do brag about you. It's true. Yeah, be careful, Dan. Trying to recover can have a weird way of transforming into, as you've identified, just pure unadulterated revenge trading. Yeah, thank you, Brad. I appreciate it. Like, wait, what? Why? I mean, the same thing, Brad. I'm assuming you're not like, yeah, I got a friend, he's a live streamer, and I talk to him online. Like, you probably don't tell people that, because that'd be kind of weird. So I think it's a two-way street. I'd be surprised if it doesn't get 500. Okay, well, then you better get short. I assume that means you're short right at this instant, Neil. Do you ever wonder about her age? Not necessarily, no. I do. The only time I start to wonder about age is when people aren't able to track like a logical discussion. Like when they keep ad hominems and just red herrings, stuff like that. That's when I'm like, okay, I wonder how old this person actually is. But yeah, for the most part, like when people are saying ridiculous things, like I get it. Like obviously I say ridiculous things quite a bit. Oh yeah, exactly, Brad. I hear you. I got greedy after making money a day. One. Are you setting that $150? Is that a goal? Is that like a number you're trying to get every day, Dan? Are you saying I want to make 150 every day? Again, looking to get long down here. So red line is my stop. Very, very straightforward. This is either the bottom of the range or it's not. And if it's not, then it's going to stop. Well, it could still be like just a fake break of the range where it looks like it's not the bottom because it breaks down and then stops me out and then actually is and goes back up. Those are the ones that are very frustrating. So just because I get stopped out does not mean that it's not necessarily the bottom of the range. But per my definitions, it would be very annoying. I got, well, that's one of her. So you have to do 150 every day? I've never done Lucid, so I don't understand the requirements. So Lucid is saying you have to make 150 every day? Wait, is Richard back? Don't tease me like that. One steal, one. That was very deceitful. Because I was getting ready to make a lot of. If Richard's here, that dude controls the markets. Not every day. You need 5 days, 150 to make. Yeah, so I mean that's reasonable, but that's also that is kind of the psychology of why, again, it's those little things like Take Profit Trader. They don't do that because at 150 now you have a goal, meaning you could be at 145, and guess what? You got to make another trade. Well, there's not really any good setups out there. Well, yeah, you're $5 short of that 150. Now, to be fair, it's not like it's some ridiculous amount of 1,500 every day. It's $150. But there is still some psychology at play of, you got to make this amount at least 5 days. We should make a sacrifice to get Richard back. Do we sacrifice one of you guys? Just throw you out into ban land? Are you willing to step up, Burger? Can I ban you as a sacrificial offering? Yeah, I don't know what the logical fallacy, the psychological effect is, but when people are like, "Oh man, this prop firm is cursed. Like I can't pass." It's just like that. It's not. Okay, let me take a step back. To be fair, that could be the case. If you're with a prop firm that's got 8,000 rules, yes, maybe that is why. But like in your situation, Dan, I think that's just like a weird confirmation bias. Not to mention, you haven't blown up 2 accounts. I don't even like the word using failed. I don't know. That's a strong word. Like, I understand what you're saying. Oh, that makes sense. You're right, Jocko. Yeah. Okay, one steal, one. Yes, you are. Oh, yeah, he is. Okay, now he's talking about that. Yeah, one steal, one. By the time you hear this, make sure to click that live button. You are definitely behind. Clay, what's your take on single stock futures coming out? Irrelevant to me. One of the big reasons, or one of the big things that I absolutely love about futures is the lack of needing to scan for opportunities and the lack of trying to track multiple things at once. So I have zero desire to have all of a sudden another monitor with 10 more charts on it because I'm trying to track all these now different stocks. No. That's what I love about futures. I don't have to track a bunch of different stocks. I can just focus on a couple things. Right now, those couple things are, the the NASDAQ and then the gold market. A little bit of ES too, but very little bit of the ES. So no, to me, I have zero plans. I have zero interest. I don't feel like now all of a sudden needing to sit there and be like, okay, wait, what's Apple? Okay, what's Nvidia? It's no. That is one of the hidden beautiful things about futures is you get to kick all that to the curb. You just watch the same couple of things every day because the same couple of things every day deliver multiple opportunities. Do you think that could lower volume though? Oh yeah, no, that's a fair point. It could, but at the end of the day, the indices are the indices, so they're always going to have a lot of volume. I will concede maybe the volume drops a little bit, but it's still going to be a lot of volume. What platform are you using? So two layers to that question, Jonas. Layer number one, I am trading in a prop firm. That prop firm is Take Profit Trader. So the way it would work if you want to do what I'm doing is you would go to the link at the top of your screen. You'd choose the purchasing power you want. And then after you choose the purchasing power you want, they'll ask you what platform. And the platform that I'm using is Tradeovate. So like I said, two layers. Layer number one, I'm in a prop firm. That prop firm is Take Profit Trader. Layer number two, through that prop firm, I'm using Tradeovate. So yeah, the single stock futures, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them. I'm not saying you're wrong to go and do it. It's totally personal preference. I am very lazy. I especially the older I get, the more I appreciate time. So the more I appreciate time, the more efficient I want to become. And I love the way I can become efficient in the sense of just not having to stare at, 4, 5, 6, 7 different charts. Like I get it's cool. It makes a great Instagram picture when you have all these monitors and all these charts and blah, blah, blah. But like the practicality of it, man, it's so nice to just wake up every morning and know what I'm going to be watching and have a high degree of certainty that there will be multiple opportunities. After every ad I get kicked off live. Noted. Thank you, John. Yeah, I don't know if ads are going to last beyond today. I'm just not sure how do I turn them off like right now. Wait, I could insert an ad? Okay, I'm going to try something. Just let me know. Because it doesn't look like I'm going to click this button. What does insert an ad do? Uh-oh. Ads inserted. Are you guys seeing an ad right now? Oh boy. What did I just do? I have no idea what I just did. Okay, so an ad literally just played. Okay, if you're saying no ads here, are you on YouTube Premium? If yes, Clay, I'm on YouTube Premium, then yes, of course there is no ad. You dented baboon. Oh, really? No ads here, not on Premium. No ads ever? Who knows? I don't know. I feel a little deceived by YouTube. Play an ad without interrupting your stream. Okay. You could have said, well, your stream will be interrupted by going mute because you got to listen to the ad. I thought they were just going to be like, yeah, anyways. See, that's the word. Like, that's the thing that, like, I understand, Green, about ad blockers. But I can also say, like, that's also, and Green, I don't even recognize your name. So for all you know, maybe you hate the live stream, maybe you don't care. So, but like somewhere in economics, like when you're using ad streams or ad blockers, you are saying, I'm okay if this thing goes away. Because in all actuality, I mean, that person is they're spending their time for something that you're not allowing them to monetize it from. So it's just like, it's kind of a weird dynamic. I have ad blockers. So I like I said, I'm also in a different position where it's like, well, dang, I'm sure spending my time, and Green is like, no, I'm not going to let you monetize your time with me. Again, I do the same thing. So I'm not saying this judgmental, just more of an, oh crap, observational type thing. It's a weird dynamic. Like, from my point of view, I would have never thought anything about ad blockers until I'm now doing this live stream thing where it's like, it's just kind of weird. But anyways, like I said, I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth because I also use ad blockers. So I'm just trying to explain the weirdness that I now experience. Okay, am I about to get filled here? This was kind of spicy. I'm gonna hold steady. It got close. Come on. Okay, maybe. Oh, come. I can't stand when the market does this. Big old candle. Okay, here we go. Maybe. Are you serious? All right, I don't like it anymore. You watched it. It seems like it's going to be one of these situations where I'm going to get filled and then it's just going to dump. So my loins are saying just reassess after I was patient. I tried to get filled, and that one, I don't know how it didn't fill me, but yeah, I think, Matt, I think to take the extreme, I don't know how that works. Yeah, if everybody, for example's sake, had YouTube Premium, then do live streamers not make money anymore from ads? Or would that be such a situation where YouTube then still does pay a little bit? I'm not sure. An interesting thought, and I don't know how that works. Okay, we are putting in slightly new lows. I'm going to try it here, like a fake break of the downside. See it come down a little bit more. You would oh, okay. So I am still getting stuff with premium. Gotcha. Okay, I'm glad I listened to my loins because, as I said, that trade would have definitely been a loser then. Listen to your loins. Okay, if this comes down some more, come down some more. Go down red more. More. No, don't come up yet. Go red some more. Doggone it. All right, now is this an actual break? That's what we have to figure out. I think there's a high possibility, which is why I was just trying to go long there. This might just be a fake break of this downwards channel. So that has been my thought that this was a sideways channel. Was that just a fake break? So as of now, I don't have any interest at all in going short because I'm thinking that could be a fake break. Dean, that's a joke, right? I remember you from my YouTube videos because you specifically have mocked me on some of those videos. You're asking if they exist, which brings full circle to the fact that you're like, I think you actually are a troll and you've always been a troll this whole time. Like there is always something you left that one on my YouTube video, and I'm like, and the way my weird brain, I recognized your picture and was like, wait, this dude has been here before. He's talked trash. Good morning, Clay. My emotions keep overtaking me these days. I mean, for you, CDP, if I remember you right, you're the guy with vast amounts of data. Vast amounts of data. You're training with data. I think you're using like algorithms or something like that. I don't know. Trust your data. And if you can't trust your data, then that brings up the valid question. Are you sure your data is as solid as what you may have thought it was at one point? Because that would make sense why you can't really kick your emotions to the curb by trusting the data if you don't actually in your heart of hearts believe in the data. But yeah, if you do truly believe in the data that you've collected, then just trust in it. All right, well, not looking like a fake break here. Yeah, I have a pretty good memory on my YouTube videos, the comments, like for the trolls and trash talkers, because not, believe it or not a lot of people do it. So the people that do it, they stick out like a sore thumb. And I could have sworn that I've seen that avatar and then that name by those comments before. I guess I'll never say I am for sure, but I'm pretty close to for sure. No. So that you've never made, Dean, you've never made any comments on any other YouTube videos. I know that one, but I'm saying you never made, that was your first ever comment on a YouTube video. Is that what you're saying? Again, maybe I'm wrong, but my brain is very weird in some senses. Okay, I think I might try along here now. Let's see how this candle finishes. This candle has got 28 seconds before it's done moving around. So these are 2-minute candlesticks, meaning once this hits 0 right there, a new candle will start to form. Ooh. Duck Soul, I'm glad I waited, because where did that hammer go? Where did the hammer go? The hammer's gone. She gone. Bon voyage, that hammer. Oh, glad I waited. Okay. Then I apologize, Dean. I must have you confused with somebody else. But yes, Clay. Dean, did you not comment on, wasn't that a live trade video? So that's why I thought you were trolling. Because I know you've commented on at least one live trade video. And then you're asking a question where the answer to your question is a video that I know you've already seen. And I know you've already seen it because you commented on it. It's like, do you understand why I think you're trolling right now? Or rage, whatever you want to call it, right? Like, why would you ask that when you know the answer? Like, you literally commented on one of the videos which offers the answer. Okay, well, to answer your question, yes, those videos. Those videos are at the open. Well, let me put it this way. The vast majority of them are at the open. I suppose, in theory, there could be one that was in another time, but yes, if you assume that the video you're watching on that playlist is at the opening bell, high odds that your assumption is correct. All right, well, at this point now, if anything, look for, and by the way, I do not like this anymore. So I don't know. I thought for once trade of 8, like this line was just horizontal all the way along or across. I don't like having to do this now. I will look for a short, though, at that yellow line. Jet? Who's closing that door? Kit? Kit? Okay, well, can you let him in, please? Okay, who keeps opening the door? Again, interested in a short up here. Because at this point, it seems like the sideways channel has been broken. So maybe we can get I guess it did kind of already break down. Classic back test right there and go. But I'm looking for more of a broader term breakdown, come up here, and then continue on down. So does that happen? We'll have to see. Hodor? You all right, Kyle? You've been hanging around. See, and then David just disappears. You've been hanging around with David? David and Kyle sitting in a tree. Smoking. Or would it be David and Kyle sitting in a tree? Sniffing. First comes the brain damage, then comes the paranoia. Then they're both living under a bridge, collecting cans in a baby carriage. Did I reveal my age with that, or is that still a thing that like kids do? I don't even know. Is that even still a song, or is that just from like my generation? Some of you clearly got the reference, but I'm wondering if some of the younger folks here are like, wait, what? I don't get this. That's true. They do have each other. That is true. Oh, that's where the dad jokes come from, Kyle. Oh, so you're not going to bounce up enough, huh? Again, I'm still interested in a long, I'm sorry, in a short up around this yellow line, but it's first got to get up to that other line. Clay, you're like Carlos on bench warmers. I don't think I've ever seen bench warmers. Is that the one with Keanu Reeves? Oh boy, you've never there's dad jokes and then there's Kyle dad jokes, and Kyle dad jokes will drive you to the paint can. That's right, trucking. You're right. You're right. It's too. I have zero. Yes, there's like a bare pennant here, but when you combine that over here with a 5 minute, I don't like getting short down near the low of a hammer candle. That's a little scary for me. So it is a bare pennant. Not saying it can't work out, but the fact that it's occurring at the bottom of a hammer candle for me reduces kind of the attractiveness of the bare pennant. Oh, it's that one? Okay. Isn't there a baseball one with Keanu Reeves? Or is that like the Bad News Bears? Okay, if anything, I'm kind of thinking of the long here. Because again, like I said, on that 5 minute, we're at the bottom of that hammer. Okay, push down a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Here we no, a little bit more, and then I'll put in a buy. Come on, I want a little bit more of a fake break. How do you side? Doug, good question. It's really just it really it's a matter of a strategy. If you need a little bit more volatility, then NQ is where you're probably going to want to be. However, everything's so different. You can make it work with the S. All right, here we go. There we go. If this one's come back up, looking for a long. Like I said, we are at the low of that hammer on the 5 minute. So let's see if hardball. That's one. Okay. Yeah. Ultimately, though, how do you decide? Trade them. Trade them both. And if one of them has you know, sweating, you do it and you're, whoa. Okay, come on, come on, come on, push, brother. Come on. Ah. See if we can get this thing to do a little bit more hammering. And in all actuality, Doug, start with MES and MNQ, and then see what you think. I'm liking the higher volume here, so we got a battle going on here. Love the candle that was formed here. Now, if this is going to be one of these where it's just one hammer after another and each hammer keeps getting lower and lower, these are the ones that keep me kind of in. Because it seems like, all right, here we got another hammer. Let's see if it can now bounce. Here we go. Come on now, brother. Let's go. Man, is this thing really going to dump? I might try to add here. This seems like it wants to come back up. Okay, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. I'm going to add right there. I added. Come on now. Let's go, brother. Let's go. Come on. Oh, I could not ask for better candles. Come on, give me some follow through. You got to be kidding me. Cannot ask for a better candle right there. These are the ones where if it doesn't work out, I will sleep just fine. I will take this trade because this is about as pretty as it can get. But just because things are pretty in the market does not mean they're guaranteed to work. But do I feel as though I have an edge here? Yep. Go, go. Come on. There we go. Okay, let's get my risk off the table. There we go. Now let's get moving. Get moving. And I'll just trail this up with my remaining 5. But my risk is off the table. Move it up some more. Move it up some more. Just keep going straight up, brother. Stopped out there. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. Good grief, I have 3 coffee. I gotta do a better job of clearing my desk. I have 3 coffee mugs here. What is today? Wednesday? Yeah, that makes sense. There's Monday, Tuesday. Here's Wednesday. I'm a pig. Clay, the moment when the trade goes from red to green and back is highest pressure in whole world. Yeah. That's also why I don't like to watch the P&L, Papacito, because you're right. And watching that happen on the P&L, I mean, that can be like devastating for my mental at least. Which is why at no point in time was I ever watching these numbers down here. It definitely was not happening because, yeah, you're right. Those situations can be very, oh, what a dirty candle that was. Yikes. See, that's where it gets tricky. Now, to be fair, I would assume anybody that watched this and then bought as it started to come up, I assume their stop is below here. So they're still in the trade, but yeah, that might have just suckered them in. And again, I'm not saying they're wrong. I can see what they were doing. But they still got a chance, assuming, of course, that their stop is below the low. But yeah, that's one of those dirty movements. Beautiful hammer, starting to come back up. So maybe they bought like the high of that break right there and were feeling great about themselves. And then, and now they're potentially just got stopped out there. Maybe they give it a little bit more wiggle room. But yeah, that's dirty. That is dirty. My pivots are gone. There we go. Let's get my pivots. So next area that I'd be interested in a potential long, down around this dotted brown line, which is a pivot point. Oh, that got, I don't know if anybody got anybody here. If it did, yeah, that's a shame. Yikes. Dirty. I took 10 points there. Hey, 10 points, Dan. If you can do 10 points pretty consistently, that adds up quick, especially if you're doing it with 5M and Q. Can add up quick, brother. Shorting is 2 scat. Oh my goodness. Look at the 5-minute. The 5-minute just entered into what the what's green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are at now 40 minutes straight of red. With possibly 45 minutes. We'll see if this candle can close red too, but almost going on 45 minutes of just red. How'd you get that pivot point, Mark? How did I do that? I think here, chart settings, price levels. Nope, I lied. Oh wait, no. Indicators, channels, pivots. For those of you that are like, this guy doesn't even know his platform. I mean, you're right. But I set up a lot of this stuff like almost 2 years ago. So yeah, some of the stuff I'm like, oh, I don't know. How did I do that? You're welcome, Mango. So much for buy the dip. Well, I mean, it just depends. I bought the dip, and it kind of sort of worked out. Was it a banger trade? Nope. But, you know, buy the dip can still work. But that's just also how do you play to buy the dip. The people that waited for the confirmation, waited for it to start to come back up, and were trying to capture something where it, got more of a bounce. Yeah, they got suckered in and then dumped on. I wonder how the roof's coming. Friendly reminder, comma, if you could take some pictures of the progress of roof as you go, we'd appreciate it. Aren't I a good husband? I know my wife. She wants pictures, and she probably has forgotten to do that. So go ahead. Let me know how good of a husband I am. Go ahead. Go ahead. Did you guys not hear how good of a husband I was? That not jerks. All right, here we go. Fine. All right, I'm gonna catch a knife here. Well, try to catch a knife. Not a degenerate knife catch, but it is a knife catch nonetheless. So no need to lie to myself. No need to lie to any of you. The lesson there is if you're catching a knife, just tell yourself you're catching a knife, okay? There's no need to lie to yourself. Again, I would not consider this a degenerate knife catch, but it is still a knife catch nonetheless. White line is the low of the day. So for any of you that are not familiar with the platform, the price itself can never get below the white line because the white line itself will just adjust lower. Oh, Doc Soul, you dirty rat. Dirty rat, so close to the pivot. And then you give this beautiful, spicy hammer. Okay, we have about 35 seconds before this candle right there stops moving around. So let's see if we can get another hammer here. I am interested in potentially like a long down here, and I can throw my stop right there. So let's see how this candle finishes forming here. Ooh, Doc Soul. Look at this. Nice big volume too. So is this finally some form of capitulation? We'll see. You got a 10-point scalpy? Nice. Okay, I've seen better hammers. But still, okay. Ideally, that one, I wanted it to come right down. Not up and then down, but just having come right down. We'll see, though. Might have to turn the fan on. It's getting a little toasty here in the closet. All right. Well, I might wave the white flag here. The chat is dead. And as you guys know, I like to do this to hang out. But if nobody wants to talk and hang out, then maybe, I think I'll go work out. I might go over to the job site. So if you guys want to hang out, let's hang out. If not, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. But like me just sitting here looking at the chat and seeing nothing going on, and then the price is nothing going on, and I'm like, man, I could be over taking part of the construction of my. It's a rough. Again, I'm not saying any of this is rational, right? I understand you guys are trying to trade, trying to talk, but at the same time, you guys know my policy. A big reason why I do this is because it is fun, but it is not so fun. It's not so fun when the chat is as dead as a doornail. Yeah, yes, I will tell you exactly when to buy and sell. All right, Doug, we'll see what happens. I just want this to come down a little bit more. A little bit more. There we go, chat. That's better. Okay, there are still people here. That's good to know. I don't know. I don't know, Mark. Like I said, they're doing insulation right now. So after insulation, drywall, and then like trim and all that. And I've heard trim and stuff like that can take a while. And, you know, flooring, paint. The goal, which nobody pushed back on, everybody seemed to agree that my goal of I'd like to be able to have Thanksgiving at the new place was reasonable. So I think Thanksgiving is the goal. Obviously, my general contractor can't really totally commit to that because he can't control the trim guy. But talk with the trim guy, who's kind of one of the last phases. He thought I was within the realm of reason. So yes, you're all invited to Thanksgiving. The trollier, the better. All right, self-made project. Fair enough. I understand sometimes we do have to discipline ourselves that way. Will there be taters? I don't know. Did you plat the bounce? Okay, I'm looking for a short at the red line. I'm going with the trend. As a note, the 5-minute chart finally has a green candle. Now, if this is going to be a V-shape straight back up, I am going to have a couple of losing trades. But I'm trying to go with the trend. I can officially, happily report I am not chasing or anything like that. I'm letting the price bounce up a little bit. But will it bounce up high enough? That's question number one. And then question number two is it a dead cat bounce or is it actually a bounce that's about to turn into a reversal? And if that's the case, hello, losing trades. I'm going to have some. I have not looked at oil at all. What's oil doing today? Not a whole lot. Is it? No, we don't have any smoke. But yeah, it sounds like Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan. Yeah, who's here got the smoke from the Canadian fires? Just remove the negative and you made that's true. Oh, there it went. That felt good. Oh, yes, sir. I think the mic might have picked that one up. Literally snowed. Oh, really? Wow. Northern Michigan's bad? Wow, yeah, that is bad. Jay Stun got the scalpy scalp. That a boy. There's a lot of smoke in Massachusetts. Obviously, if marijuana is legal in your state, you got to make sure that it's I'm talking about. I'm asking about forest fire smoke. Duluth in Colorado. Oh, is that from a different forest fire? This is the volume profile. You're welcome, sir. I am still interested in a long down around here. Boundary Waters is really bad too. Where's Boundary Waters at? Wow, just had a Blue Chew ad pop up. Uh-oh. You two must know your age. So what, you're at least probably like, what, 35, 40? That's the one depressing thing. Like, as, you know, the internet has your information and knows the ads you start to see, it's like, what? I don't need that. No, no, he ain't 24. He ain't 24 getting, there it is, 50. There we go. That's because I know your age, man. It's sad. Isn't Blue Chew from Hims? Ticker symbol HIMS, or is that something different? All right, well, do we try that short? That is the question. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There is no hiding. Hims has its own version. Gotcha. All right, looking for a long here. Yeah, why would you? Okay, here we go. We're at the pit, almost at the pivot. Okay, I mean, okay, Clay, dude, it got kind of close enough to the pivot. Okay, you're right. You're fair enough. And yes, there's the bounce that would have been nice for the scalpy scalp. All right, does the pivot hold? Zero interest in getting short right now. Just seems like it could very quickly snap back against you and not be pleasant. You started getting those ads at 30? Man, who do these companies 30? What? Slowly recovering losses in this count. Good job, Kevin. Slow and steady, brother. I'm so underwater. 707. Could be worse. Could be worse. Okay. I'm going to try. Come down a little bit more. There we go. All right. Let's see it. If it wants to come back up. Looking for a long here. And my phone starts ringing. No, that's spam. That's spam. Again, looking to get long, but only if it comes up to that green line. And now it continues to drop, so never mind. Glad I waited for confirmation there. Man, did anybody take that trendline break? Seems so obvious now in hindsight. I did, but I cut at pivot. That's still a nice move, though. So from 40 down. Yeah, you still got what? Probably about 15 points on it? We started off green on the day, right? This has actually been a pretty brutal day, all things considered, where we started off at and now we're down almost 400 points. Nice job, Kevin. Good job. Completely died today. Okay, that sounds like about a 600 point move from top to bottom. Yeah, there we go. I could have walked away good and green at lunch. Well, yeah, I mean, we can all play the could have game. But also, you could have been up 100, and then you could have actually ended up the day at 1,000, but you walked away at lunch, right? So sure, I mean, yeah, you could have been at green at 100, but how do you know that you didn't? You could have. How did you know you didn't? Weren't leaving $900 on the table. I mean, that's a hindsight confirmation bias type thing. We all do that one, by the way. Oh man, had I just stopped, I could have been green. Well, yeah, but if you're in the groove, yeah, you got to trade exactly. Assuming you're in the groove, that is. If you're in the groove, then yeah, trade. Just don't pull down stops. Yeah, that sounds like yeah, exactly. So okay, yeah, exactly. Agreed. Pulling down stops is a rule break. I would assume. I just keep selling it as it pulls back up. All right, Varela's going with the trend. Hey, good morning, Eddie. Have a new eval up 300, then down. Wow, Mitmon, you're on the yo-yo today, huh? I'm pulling down my stops. Well, that's not good, KRT. Blossom, if you can hear me, smack your husband in the head. Well, I was hoping for a bounce up to the tread line right there, but as of now, if that's as high as it's going to bounce, then so be it. If this thing wants to come down on the white line again, I'm going to put an order right here. Step one for me, though, the price has got to hit that white line. Preferably if the white line can even move down a little bit, that would be even better. Now, is this a stupid requirement? Hindsight will be the judge. Move it down a little bit. Move it down a little bit. Move it down a little bit. A little bit. Okay, whatever. It's close enough. Okay, here we go. If it wants to come up to that green line, I'm ready. Or if it wants to just keep bleeding, all right, never mind on that trade plan. Glad I waited for confirmation. Are you a New Balance guy or Skechers? Hey Faye. Hey, can you go grab a pair of my from the garage, a pair of my shoes where the black bottom's missing? Yeah, can you bring that up to me real quick? I'll show you what kind of I'll show you what kind of shoe guy I am. Talk about like reverse. What I'm about to do is like reverse. Whatever you want to call it, like furu, guru, whatever stuff, marketing. No, buddy. Yeah. I said the shoe. They're tennis shoes. Oh. That part's missing. Because there was one that was. Yeah, missing. No. They should be right outside the door. Okay. They're like really dusty. It's like talking to one of you guys. I ask for shoes, he brings me boots. Come on, buddy. I deal with enough of those people in the chat. I cooked my account yesterday, and today I'm almost 2,000. Okay, I'm confused. You cooked your account yesterday, and today I'm almost $2,000. I'm going to wait until my next payout for it to reset. Okay, I guess you mean your cooked account. Why? I don't even remember why I'm having... Yes, thank you, buddy. Perfect. Okay. So, if you want to get rich, follow me. You want the trader life? Okay, this is, by the way, I'm cutting a commercial right now, okay? So I'm cutting the commercial. What does trading futures in a prop firm lead to? What kind of life can you have? Well, these are the type of shoes you can afford. Take a look at these Merrills. And you know what? Yeah, they don't have it at bottom anymore. I mean, well, okay, there's a little bit of a bottom right here. Can you see a little bit of the bottom? But the rest has fallen off. But when you're a prop firm trader of futures, that's okay. You don't need the bottom to your shoes anymore because they're so old. You can't afford anything else, but that's the life of a futures prop firm trader. Check out, okay, well, there's no Lamborghini back there, but check out these kicks. Again, nope. There's no bottom to them anymore. But this is how you do it. You want to live the life? Listen to that noise. That's what we call a lack of money. Oh, yeah. There you go. So, no. But in all seriousness, Merrill, I'm a Merrill guy. Merrill, is that what they're called? Yeah, Merrill. But in all honesty, these shoes, I think I bought 2018. And yes, they're still going. To be fair, the bottoms have fallen off. The other one looks like this. I mean, the bottom is totally off it. But again, these are shoes that I've had for a very long time. So I have nothing but good things to say about Merrell's. I just hate shoe shopping. So I'm going to wear these things until like literally this part goes away. But yes, nothing but good things. Merrell's are great shoes. I think they're a little bit more expensive. I don't remember. Again, there's a hole right here. So, I mean, there's a little bit, you know. You know what? They don't even smell that bad. But yeah, so to answer your question, I am neither of those shoes. I like Merrell's. But anyways, there we go. There's my there's my attempt at the Furu Guru video. You want to not be able to afford shoes and have to wear shoes where the bottoms fall off? Trade futures in a prop firm. Be like me. Or I'm literally like, I don't. Okay, here we go. Looking for a short here. Okay, I'm short. See if it can indeed get rejected off this upward trend line. We do have the 21 EMA right there. Whoa, crap. What? All right, well, that's also how you give up a bunch of your gains. That was news or something. Oil did also react. So I'm assuming there's going to be a tweet out, or was there? Did Trump say something? If not, then keep your eyes on Twitter. Something's about to hit the news wires. Yeah, there will be no shoes today. Oh, good. All right. At least some of you. Chudak, good job. Congrats. He went long. Ugh. I mean, wild. Wild. Literally went up, back tested this former. Again, I have not, you guys see me. I put these yellow lines in a long time ago. And our friend, the 21 EMA, look at that. You can't make that up. That's just like just rubbing salt, look right off of it. Look at that. I was short and then quadrupled. I was short, then quadruple DCA to pick up a small green on the. You DCA'd into this move? Is that what you're saying, Matt? Or am I misunderstanding something? Yeah, oil also reacts. I'm guessing there's some sort of. Now, I'm guessing this is kind of like maybe news that isn't actually new because it happened. And then it was almost like the market was like, wait a second, that's actually not new news. To be fair, you know, I can't, fall into the whole confirmation bias thing. But you guys have seen it before where I've been in trades and they go in my favor like that. So it's not like, oh, woe is me. No, it does not always happen to me. I've been on trades on this very stream where I've had the spikes in my favor, but that one was not. Okay, so Matt, you kind of degen. You're like, this account is either cooked or this is a fake spike and I'm going to be back to green. So as what you entered into, if it dies, it dies type of trade. I was not willing to take the if it dies, it dies approach on that one. Would I have been okay? Yeah, I could have averaged up and I would have been okay. But that's all hindsight. But man, that is yeah. I caught the one at 8:30 a.m. Something happened today at 8:30 a.m. Was that news? Was there news at 8:30 today? Or is that a random spike? 8:30. I caught the one. Okay. TS Mucky. When you say I caught the one at 8:30, does that mean you went long right before 8:30? Is that what it was? Trump tweeted about data centers? That does check out. Like something like it was a Trump tweet, but it's like, well, wait a second. What do I hear? I hear a toy or something. Just a minute. Has somebody got a toy up here? What toy do I hear? Is that down? Is that you guys? Okay, I'm not crazy. There was definitely toy noises down there. Yup, long and got lucky. Okay, yeah. So I mean, so yeah, yeah, that was just a gamble. But again, when you say I caught the one, this is apples and oranges because you knew that one was going to happen. This one was out of nowhere. So like that's, you know what I mean? Apples and oranges. Like if you know there's news coming out, like when you know there's a Fed announcement, nobody can claim what just happened. Wait, no, you don't get to play that game because that was actually on the calendar. Now in this situation, yeah, I'm saying to myself, bummer. Like there's a little bit more justification. But all right, Vril. See you later. Man, I was having a good day too. Crap. Gotcha, Matt. Yeah. Well, good, man. I'm glad it worked out for you. I kind of want to short at the yellow line. I think that's a good trade, but right now I'm very irritated. I mean, that is the 20 on the 5, and that's the 21 EMA. It's a yellow line there. So how much did I lose? I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. What? $750, I think. Wasn't I close to 700 and now I'm down 50? So I want to say 750 in literally a half a second. I'd just follow your strategy, Bryn. Don't overthink it. That's what I would do. Whatever your strategy says you should do. I got an email for this morning that they're reviewing for Pro Plus. Is it worth it? I'm not sure what you're asking, Jason. What do you mean they're reviewing for Pro Plus? You mean they're thinking of moving you to Pro Plus? Appreciate it, Zooks. Thank you, brother. It's one. Yeah, why did it? For me, that like made so much sense to be getting short where I got short, and then that's where it happened. Like I wish she would have tweeted when like there was nothing actually going on the chart wise, so it was kind of a random area on the chart. So hopefully there weren't a lot of people in there, but nope. My time. It was my time. I call these moves criminal behavior. Why? Why? There's nothing. It's not criminal behavior. It's just the market, man. Even if I accept that criminal behavior occurs and I have no control over said criminal behavior, and then I still choose to take part in an environment where there is criminal behavior in which I have no control over the criminal behavior, it is my fault. It is my fault. Now, if there used to be no criminal behavior and then all of a sudden it shows up, okay, that's one thing. I can play that, wait, where did that come from? But if just accepting the premise that it's criminal behavior and you have no control, then HR, you should not be trading. But no, again, I reject. That's just the market. That's just the market. Wait, the tweet was at 12:39? Okay, well then that's not what caused that then. I thought the tweet happened right then and there. Of course, because we are all criminals. Has HR been hanging around with David and Kyle? What is going on? It's kind of like when people are like, "Oh, it's the market makers. Whatever it is. If you are saying that there's something exterior that controls the market, and that pretty much maintain. It's just like, okay, well then why are you in an environment where your own argument is I have no control. I'm just going to get manipulated. I'm just going to this, that, and the other. It's like, okay, well then go do something else with your capital. Like that literally makes no sense. So yeah, that's why I definitely do not concede. I concede the market moves based on supply and demand, and then it is up to me to make good decisions within this supply and demand environment. But no, I reject the premise that so there's somebody out to get me or anything like that. Because if there's somebody out to get you and there's nothing you can do against this, then why are you in that environment? You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. It's like a coping mechanism for people to not blame the true problem behind their losing trades, which would be them, right? But I don't. Maybe that's a tinfoil theory on my part. Maybe I'm getting a little too crazy. Okay, so yeah, I'm very confused now. What time was the Trump tweet about data centers? I just assumed when one of you guys said that it was at the time of this. So 12:46. What? There was not a tweet. If there was not a tweet, then I would assume there was some sort of news somewhere. Oh, so it was not the Trump tweet. Okay, that was at 12:41 HR. Okay, yeah. So no, it was not the Trump tweet then. It was the Venezuela oil news. Okay, so there was oil news. What was that? That sounds plausible. Because as I described, it sounds like something that like was kind of news, but then very quickly the market's like, okay, I guess that's kind of news, but like, does it actually matter? And then everything just corrected. No, that's why I'm saying they're thinking it's news, gold futures, just because, as I pointed out earlier, yeah, oil moved in conjunction. Warsh. Okay, so Warsh was talking, so maybe that is it. For TPT, I've heard that you need like yeah, John, maybe John, but also and I think it's on purpose so people can't like manipulate the system, but also nobody knows how that works. Now the max you can make in a pro account is going to be the $10,000. But that does not necessarily therefore mean that the next day you're at Pro Plus. And before, really quickly, anybody's like, wait, what? Take Profit Trader will limit per account in a day $10,000. Okay. Okay. If that's what you plan on doing, then you can get up to 5 accounts. Okay. And then copy trade them. And if you're still like, wait, what? They're only going to let me make 50,000 in a day? Then you are just a baller. I don't know what to tell you. If you're complaining about only being allowed to make 50K a day, which is 250K a week, which is $1 million a month, which is $12 million a year. If you're complaining about only being able to make $12 million a year, I don't know what to tell you. You're just the baller. You're way cooler than I am. Have they converted any of them yet, Mark? Lies. What are the lies? That's so ominous to just show up and say lies. Oh, really? I guess I assume that like once I did it the first time, they had all your information and it would be a lot quicker. Oh yeah, it's only 6 million. It's only 6 million after tax and that stuff. Oh, good grief. Man, if I use Take Private Trader, I'm only gonna be able to make 6 million a year in my pocket. Oh. Again, like I said, my point stands. You are way cooler than I am. Yeah, I vaguely been tracking it. I went for a walk today, but yes. On that note, there's a reason why this right here is now empty. You don't get to play games like that and then still Still be on that slide. All right, we are right at this area. Man, I feel so discombobulated right now. I do really like that, though. All right, let's see if we can get a trade here. Looking for a short at the red line.
Stop filled.
Yeah, no, exactly, Marco. And that's the other thing. The people complain about some of the stuff. It's like, oh, so you're getting payouts pretty like you're getting quite a bit of large payouts? Well, no, I've never gotten a payout. It's like, well, then what are you complaining about that they cap you at $10,000 per account per day? Like, what are we talking about? And I am short. Let's see if we can get another rejection here. Good night. I'm short. Recency effect is so weird. Like right now, I'm like, oh great, there's gonna be another massive spike. Even though the odds of that happening are very low, recency effect right now. Which, by the way, if you don't know what recency effect is, go study it. But like, yeah, it's like I am fully expecting another massive spike right now against me because of recency effect, which essentially is creating an illusion. Some call it recency bias, but they're essentially the same thing. I really don't like how it's maintaining itself up at this area that I thought would be more of a key area of resistance, but trying to be patient. Those are my opening targets down there. Five-minute looks really good right now. Right there at that 21 EMA in the 5-minute. Added some more. Come on, get below the blue line. Come on. Uh, come on. Yes, I'm getting very aggressive right now. I'm sorry, but this 5 minute, I would think, has got to get some more of a pullback. Okay. Added some more, added some more. Come on, keep coming down. Come on. Come on. There we go. Come on now, keep coming down. Come on. Come on. Oh, beautiful candle. Come on, candle. Deliver for me now. Come on. Oh, don't tease me. Come on, get below, get below, get below. Come on, dump, dump. All right, whatever, I'm out. So what, lost about 150 on that one? Man, that would have been so nice. It just rolled over a little bit more. Another 10 points. Yeah, a lot, agreed. A lot of buyers right now. That thing just, right on the edge. Oh well. Made my first MES future trade day. Very good. Coming from what? What did you used to trade? Or are you just saying this is your first time trading MES? I guess I'm assuming this is your first ever futures trade, but maybe you just mean that's your first ever time trading that contract. Mambo Trader. Just you don't even know what you're talking about. Just stop. I agree if this was like a funded account, like my own account. Dude, you're acting like I had thousands of dollars at risk had it gone against me. I love when people yap, either without full context or not even understanding what they're yapping about. Again, he's not wrong in the category of if this was my own account and I had $20,000 in it, and then I'm doing what I did, and then all of a sudden it spikes against me. He's absolutely right. But that's where I'd say either he's yapping without full context, or he just doesn't understand, or he knows that I'm in a prop firm and he still thinks that had that trade not worked out, it's going to knock me out of the game. Small caps back in the day. Today is the first. Okay, cool. Yes. Well, let me very quickly though, Dad's Kitchen. You're doing this in a prop account though, right? So you're trading futures through a prop account because that's the key. Because futures make small caps look like paint drying. Yeah, I assume, Mark, but I wonder how often you're doing that though. Like, are you doing that every single trade? I do think that's very stupid, by the way. Either way, Mark, like that seems a little ridiculous. And then Mambo Trader just disappears. What the typical clown. Crawl out of the woodwork, yap, and then they just disappear. The typical absolute cockroach. My own. Yeah, no, that's very dangerous from Dad's Kid. So yeah, I fully disagree with what you're doing. Not to mention you can generate way better ROIs day trading futures through a prop firm. Yeah, you are one mistake, and like I said, futures will. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let me just put it this way: the math suggests that what you're doing does not make any sense. I like trading the MES as well. Oh yeah, my complaint with him is not that he's trading the MES; it's that he's trading futures with his own funds. Especially after this sort of movement right here. If there is no better sales pitch on why prop firms make a lot of sense, it's on these spikes right here. Thank you, JJ. I appreciate the perspective. That's what I need right now to. I'm fighting the mental battle in my head right now. I'm fighting the battle. Went long and wasn't looking. Oh no. Okay, so the ads are putting the stream a little bit behind. Yeah, I'll turn the ads off. They won't be back tomorrow. I was led a little bit astray by YouTube. They made it sound like there'd be no interruptions. I thought it just like split screen and then just, but yeah. So thank you for the feedback. And yeah, tomorrow ads will, or the little thing that I turned on as was not what I thought it would be. You wouldn't say it depends on your style and strategy. That's kind of broad. You wouldn't say it. Again, for all of you, the best bit of advice I can give you to people that participating in a chat box is to avoid broad words. It, they, yes, no, those, these. Because the live streamer, I realize you just heard something, so you're replying to what you just heard. But in the live streamer's point of view, because of the delay, they said that 3 to 5 seconds ago. And in those 3 to 5 seconds, they probably talked about other things. So when you say it, they're like, well, I've talked about several things. No, thanks, Ace. You guys are using code Clay, and I appreciate it. Like I said, it was portrayed to me as if like it was the ultimate win-win. Your stream can go uninterrupted. There can still be an ad playing, and there we go, a win-win. But very clearly, with the feedback you guys are giving me and how it's working out, it's not a win-win. You guys are still getting your experience interrupted. Now we are just slowly grinding up. Yeah, no, I mean, like again, you guys, thank you. You guys are the reason why it's ad free. People have been using code Clay. Uh, it literally was just pitched to me as like, hey, a win-win. I'm like, okay, well, why not? But I appreciate a lot of you guys being willing to roll with it and say, yeah, keep it up, Clay. I appreciate that, but that's that was not what I was led to believe it was. Got one more day of trading. Take a quick trade before all 50Ks. All right, nice job, John. Before all. Okay, have you been copy trading, John? Blue Chew. Yeah, sounds like a lot of you getting the Blue Chew. So we must have a lot of what 35 plus year olds in here. If you're getting Blue Chews. Cheers, Jimmy. I was hoping Mamba would speak up, but nope, just a total cockroach. Unbelievable. It's fun every now and then. It just the cockroach is scurrying. You just and smear it. Oh well. Yes, for tests, but only. Oh yeah, no, I wasn't implying you were doing anything wrong copy trading. I was just wondering if those had been five accounts passed one at a time, or if you've been copy trading. I get trading ads. How old are you, Keith? Remember when I used to ask about copy trading? I do not remember. I finally signed up for Tradeovate and said, yes, Tradeovate does have a built-in copy trader. Oh, really, Keith? Okay. Well, did you lie on your platforms? Are you lying about your age? I think it's random. No, I don't think so, James. Assuming you're talking about the ads, I would assume not. I mean, think about it. Google's sales pitch is we can dial into your exact audience. Like, put yourself in Blue Chew's shoes. Let's just pretend we're in Blue Chew's shoes, and we're in their marketing department. Do we really want to spend our marketing dollars with somebody where we're risking our marketing dollars being displayed to 18-year-old girls? Probably not. But if Google or any company can tell us, no, we know people's ages and their sexes, and that's what we're gonna do. That sounds like a way better use of dollars. So no, I don't think that's ads is definitely not random. Same with Facebook, right? That is their whole pitch. Hey, if you're a roofing company, we have the data where we know we'll show your ad to not 13-year-old girls, right? If you're a makeup, okay, I was gonna say if you're a makeup company, we will ensure that we don't show your ads to 35-year-old dudes. But then again, if you're like Kyle, then that would probably be something that Kyle would want to see. My mom doesn't get Blue Chew commercials at her house. Yeah, exactly, exactly. So yeah, I don't. The ads is anything but random. That is the whole reason why they collect our data, so that they can advertise to people that our advertising is not random. I didn't lie about my platform, just only watching trading videos and housing stuff. Yeah, that would also play a role too, to an extent. What if they sold shoes made of Blue Chew? I don't even know what Blue Chew is. Okay, that's what it ultimately is. I should I like I've heard of it. I've seen the ads because yes, I'm now 43, but I guess I never now that I thought I'm like, well, I actually don't even know what it actually is. I also get a lot of ads for like hair stuff. So is that because Google is just guessing that I could use hair stuff, or like does Google look through my web or through my camera, see all this, and they're like, oh, this dude might be interested in hair products? I don't know. Maybe that's how they're doing it too now. They're looking through your cam and they know what you look like. I don't know. Blue Chew is generic. Okay. I still remember junior in high school, warming up during, before a game on the baseball team. And if you've ever played baseball, you know how warm up goes, right? Each team takes the field, the coach hits grounders, fly balls, blah, blah, blah. So we're out there, and I guess I won't use his full name, Eddie. So again, I'm guessing I'm probably 16 or 17 because I was a junior. Eddie was a senior, so he was 18, I would assume, at that point. So, anyways, plenty of testosterone in the systems. He's like, man, Clay, never take a Viagra. I took one. And I will not go any further. But all I'll just say is if you are 18 and you take a Viagra, yeah, it does things. But that was Eddie. That was Eddie. When he told me that, I was not shocked. Eddie also had a cannon for an arm. I do remember that too. Dude, it'd get hit over his head, and then they'd try to get another base, and man, it didn't turn out well for them. No, it knows what you look like because maybe, yeah. I don't know. Let me ask this. Do any of you guys over, I don't know, let's call it 30 or 35 years old, do any of you guys have a full head of luscious hair and then you get ads for like balding stuff? No, I thank you, Arslan. That's fine. The ads are going. I really do. That's actually quite flattering. And it says a lot that a lot of you guys are like, no, it's cool. It's cool. Like the minor little hassle is worth it. If you can make a little extra change, worth it. I appreciate that, but that's not what I want. Clay, bring out the chalkboard teaching again. Why? You're not listening to what I'm teaching anyway from Dad's Kitchen. You ain't listening. In no way, shape, or form am I preaching to do futures. with your own funds. Okay, maybe it is. Maybe it is the camera looking at me. I don't know. I don't know. I get ads in meditation videos. I mean, the majority of ads that I get, though, are how to deal with being a Greek god. We know your life is a hassle because anytime you go out in public, everybody's always whistling at you and hollering at you. Men, women, and pets. So how do you deal with that? That's the main majority of the ads I do get, though. Like taking candy from a baby today. I'm not sure the exact context of that, but that sounds like famous last words I've said before. An attitude towards trading. Oh man, trading's like taking candy from a baby, and the market's like, oh really? Again, I don't know what the exact context of that, but maybe be careful. Sounds like you might be drifting into overconfidence territory. No hair and no hair ads. Interesting. Yeah, maybe so, Daddy-O. I'm not sure. That's why I wear a brown. Well, hopefully there's a hole cut in it, right? So you can breathe. Then left and right, and you're on the ground wondering what happened. Sorry, Junkie, I'm not sure what that's in regards to. The baby been holding grenades for me. Sorry, a lot of you I think are offering jokes, and I'm not. The market punching you in the face. Are you delayed? I don't know. I think some of you might be a little delayed. I'm very confused. Some of you, either your wit is way too above my head, or you're a little behind, and I don't understand what you're commenting on because you're commenting on something I said like 10 minutes ago. I'm a little confused right now. I don't know about I mean, it depends on what you count as a V. V shapes me usually are like it drops very nastily. I realize I made up that word, and then it just goes basically straight back up with zero pullbacks. So I mean, this one, to be fair, there have been some pullbacks along the way. Is there a reason that you would not take a long to the long, that would not to trade to the long after the extended move around the bot? You mean right here? Right there? Are you asking why I didn't get long right there? Yeah, I'm not quite sure what you're exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know because I'm a mental mess right now. This trade, I mean, I think that one speaks for itself of how that could kind of mess with somebody's mind, and then that trade right there messed with my. It's just so yeah. I didn't even consider that. Didn't even see that. Was not even. So to answer your question, I don't know. Because honestly, right now, let me put it this way: if you were even thinking about following me blindly, any trades that I make next, you are a crazy person. Because I'm fighting the voices right now. Yeah, no, that's fair, JJ. I'm what I'm saying is I didn't even notice it because I am mentally messed up right now after the. I've been through a couple shell shocks, past couple trades. I missed the whole move in a meeting. Or I don't know, maybe you missed getting steamrolled by the move. Maybe that meeting was the most profitable meeting you could have ever had. Because had you not had the meeting, maybe you would have been here and you'd have just gotten steamrolled. So for all you know, that meeting might have been just a golden goose meeting for you. We'll never know. We'll never know. Sometimes we make money by not losing it. Yeah, or by not spending it. The best moves are when you place a trade and walk out to the mailbox. And when you can just completely detach yourself from it. 660 looks like a good target. Resistance. So is that where you're getting short at? Or are you saying you're going to get long and that's going to be your target? What are you saying there, Bryn? All right, well, on the 5, looking for a short. It's okay. On the 5-minute, we are approaching the 50 SMA, but I don't know. I don't know anymore. My life is in shambles. The past 2 trades, maybe I should consider that. Maybe I should wait for this yellow line right here, which, hey, who remembers this channel from way back when at the start of the live stream? Maybe it comes back into play again. All I know is that my life is in shambles. Does Neil need a welfare check? Yeah, what happened to Neil? He just stopped talking. Maybe he's at a meeting or something. Or did he get steamrolled? Why do you say that he needs a welfare check? Oh, I like welfare as in, like, is he okay? Not necessarily like sending him free money. Oh, yeah. That's true. Neil was, he was chatting it up. Now he's gone. Neil, are you okay? Are you still here, brother? Blink twice. Yeah. Like, please not. Exactly. That's true. It's the baboon police. We're just checking in. Everything okay? If made a poster for my wall that reminds me that I'm not trained with my emotions, but against everyone else's emotions. Yeah, that's a fair way to look at the markets. You are kind of trying to understand other people's emotions, how to use those emotions against them, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. And we're at the purple line, which I pointed out, but yeah. I don't know. Like I said, my life is in shambles right now after these past couple of trades. Got a nice scalp off of 50. Good job. I really don't. I could have sworn trade ovate when you did a horizontal line, it like went into perpetuity in the future. I don't know if I used that word right or not. Like I could have sworn like doing that would like automatically, but now it's up to me. So it's one of those things where I'm gonna have to continually extend it now. I don't know if we ever got a conclusion. Futures Gold said there was some sort of oil news about Venezuela. But yeah, I'm not sure. Can you? I could have sworn. So yeah, maybe my default changed or something. Array. There we go. Thank you. I don't know. Apply, save. There we go, docs. Ah, that's what Daddy needed. That's what Daddy needed. There we go. All right. Hey, that's the little victories right now. Thank you, Batch. I appreciate it. It does. Little things like that feel so good. Oh, I guess just long if yeah, at this point. But to be fair, right now we are stuck right here at that 50 period, which I pointed out. Ooh, middle finger was right there. No, I don't know if a middle finger trade would have worked out too well. To be fair, I don't know how that went. I don't know if it came up here, hit it, and then dropped. In fact, is there like a rising wedge somewhere? Ooh, Dark Soul. All right, that's a rising wedge, folks. Maybe the rising wedge can carry me to the promised land. Maybe it can take me to West Virginia. What is going on? All right, rising wedge, which is bearish. Let's see what we can cook up. Let's see what we can cook up with the bearish rising wedge. Hello? I'm lost on levels and trading blind. Okay, short. Let's see this rising wedge. Give me a breakdown here now. Come on, rising wedge. Oh, sorry to hear that, Evan. I don't know. Maybe I'm about to join you, Evan. I hope not, though. I am short. Trying to see if this rising wedge wants to do what rising wedges do. This part of it has gotten very tight, so I gotta think it's got to make a decision at some point. Come on, brother. Give me that breakdown. Break the pattern. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get down there. Go, let loose. Let loose. We got the break, kind of. We need continuation now. Come on. Come on. Get some continuation. Ugh. Better trade wouldn't be shorting from. I mean, it could be, but the risk there is what happens if it never hits the top trend line before rolling over and breaking down. True, if it goes up there and hits and comes down, that would be the better trade. But if it just rolls over here and never goes up and hits the top trend line, well, then I've missed out on the trade. Come on, rising wedge. Off to the store. All right, see you later, John. Could this candle get any tinier? Come on. Well, I was hoping for a nice, clean rising wedge, but this one still may work out, but it would not be considered clean because obviously we're having to wait through all this putzing around. I mean, obviously, I wanted a clean breakout. Nobody wants to wait around, so I state the obvious when I say, man, it would have been nice to get a clean breakdown where it just broke and went. I mean, I could. Piece of garbage. Okay, add it. Oh my goodness. Whatever. Welcome to the wheels having fallen off. To think that today was going so well. And then that stupid spike. Oh, and just like that. Just like that. Was that not a rising wedge? No, that was, I mean, yeah, no, that was a rising wedge, all right. It just didn't work. sometimes you're wondering, like, okay, was that actually the pattern I thought it was, or did I kind of fit a square peg through a round hole because I wanted to see a pattern that maybe wasn't actually there? But no, I mean, that's the rising wedge right there. My tread lines, it's not like I'm slicing through anything on both sides, and it didn't work out. Man, what is it? Trading is so weird. Again, just okay. Nobody's fault but my own. But yeah, being in that one, and then the spike, just yeah. That's probably why you short at the bottom versus the top of the wedge pattern. No, I usually I short at the top, and it works out well. Yeah, policy do exactly. Orange line, there's a pivot point. That's the thing. And just I added right here because not only was it the top of the wedge, it also coincided very beautifully with this area here, which for those of you that were around earlier on, the top of this pattern, which had rejected the price several times. So I'm thinking, okay, this could be a very nice add point because surely it'll at least get knocked down a little bit because it was that double whammy. And as you saw, nope, it hit and then just didn't care at all. It's looking bullish now. Yeah, who knows? Does it? Surely you're not asking me that. You definitely don't want to be asking me anything right now. Maybe you're asking it because you want to fade me, which would be smart. So if I say, yeah, I feel like it's going to high a day, that probably means you're getting ready to go short, which would be smart. So if you're asking that in the sense of because you're trying to fade me, that is smart. So I went long in action. Yeah, Papacito, I don't know, man. I'm definitely not the guy to ask for anything right now. I am if trading is this, which it can be, trading has ups and downs. Where I am right now is like right here, right? Somehow I have broken through that, and I'm like right there. For anybody that is maybe just joining, today was amazing. That used to be, I want to say 700 also. And then I got short right here trying to play the trend, looking for it to roll over. And then the spike happened, and that took me from 700 up to $50 down. Lost another 150 right around here. And then on the trying to play the rising wedge, also kicked me in the face. So, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I have zero thoughts for any of you right now. Well, what do you suggest? I don't know, man. I'm not. Today's not the time to be asking me anything. Other than I'm glad I'm in a prop account. I may at minus 57 now in the account. All right. So does that mean you're fighting back? With this move, it must be Taco Tuesday. It's today, isn't it Wednesday? Today's Wednesday, right? Bro, that was no rising wedge. That was a trend you shorted. You're telling me this was not a rising wedge? Okay. When I got it was right there. Yeah. If you're telling me that was not a rising wedge, I don't know what to tell you. We'll just have to agree to disagree. Again, I connected the dots perfectly. It's not like I was starting to like, okay, well, I'm going to just draw my line here and I'm like undercutting a bunch of candles or anything like that. Like this was like me connecting the highs of all of these candles. So to say that was not a rising wedge, like I said, all I can say to that is, yeah, we'll have to agree to disagree on that one. Not to mention when you say that was a trend you shorted into. Yeah, nice hindsight confirmation bias. Because had that rolled over, you'd be sitting there saying, good job on the rising wedge, or you'd be saying, good job catching the top of that trend. Good job catching the top of the reversal. Wave logic, just stop. I don't know. You're fine. You're a veteran enough to know that hindsight confirmation bias is eating your lunch right now, right? Yeah, HQ. I'm not Shioib. I'm sorry, I'm not pronouncing your name right. I'll call you HQ. But yeah, yep, yeah. No, that was me. Yeah, I used to day trade options and stocks quite a bit, but a couple years ago made the transition over to futures because they're just way better. I long on that one, trying to figure out why you going short. Because it was a rising wedge, and there have been plenty of rising wedges that have worked out on the channel. It just didn't work out. That's it. Again, why are you shorting into an uptrend? Was your other question. Okay, well let's do this real quick. I'll illustrate something. Let's just say this is the uptrend, okay? So that's the channel. It is an uptrend. Then let's also say that this blue line here represents the price. Okay, my question is this, Wave Logic, what do you do right there? Do you long or short? I'll open this up to everybody. And please answer it seriously. Don't. What do you do right there, Wave Logic? Are you getting long or short there? Again, blue line represents the price action. The white line represents the upwards channel. What are you doing at the yellow line or yellow circle there, Wave Logic? Long Apple now. Dude, why are you day trading Apple? Day trading stocks is garbage. Okay, like I said, a serious answer. Hello, Wave Logic. Oh boy. The fact he's having to think so much about this makes me scared. You sell if it breaks the line, you buy. Oh, okay, I see. No, I'm saying at this moment in time, Casanova, what would you do? Again, this should be abundantly obvious. Okay, so I guess Wave Logic just disappeared. So, anyways, when people are like, why would you go against the trend? Why would you short when it's in an uptrend? Well, I mean, here's a situation. It's in a clear uptrend. I'm looking to short. A lot of you are looking to short. Because the fact of the matter is, in a trend, it can make sense to do the opposite within the trend. And I thought that was the case there. Why would I think that? Because of the rising wedge. Okay, so Wave Logic is not going to interact with my question. You're not going to answer this question. I'm all here to have conversations with people and try to explain myself. But if there is one thing that's going to get people banned quicker than anything else, what's the question is, do you go long or short there, Wave Logic? Here's our uptrending channel. The blue line represents the price. The price comes back up to the white line here. Are you longing or shorting there? That's the question. No, I don't think he's rage baiting. He's been here before, and he's always been totally perfectly normal. Okay, John, well, I would highly disagree with that. That makes no sense. Look, I have over-exaggerated something to prove a point. Like, again, there is supposed to be a very obvious answer. Because I do realize that this is a very, like, okay, Clay, no price actually behaves that way. Agreed. But I'm trying to just illustrate an overall concept by something that is supposed to be over-exaggerated and easy to see. There I do nothing. Okay, well then you don't know what you're doing. You should not be trading then. If you cannot recognize the fact that this thing has been rejected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times before, so if you don't recognize that, where you could just get short here with a tight stop above there, then you should definitely not be trading. That was supposed to be abundantly obvious. So for the people of you that are trying to be intellectually honest here, the point is, you can go against the trend and have it make perfect sense. Here would be an example where, yeah, you're technically going against an uptrend by shorting. But as all of you intellectually honest people said, yeah, you'd go short. Again, that still doesn't mean it'll work out, but to say that it doesn't make any sense to go short right there, given this pattern, you're either not being intellectually honest or you have absolutely atrocious pattern recognition. It's one of those two things. Wave Logic, I don't know what happened to you today, but you're yeah. You should not be trading. But you're not. You are not that stupid. You're just all of a sudden trying to dig your heels in because you know that I just broke one of your premises. Why would you go against the trend as if going against the trend is always stupid? I just gave you a very logical example where I proved it is not stupid to always go against the trend. And you don't want to acknowledge that because you're not being intellectually honest right now. Again, for you to not call that a like that's not a rising wedge. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what your problem is. Again, I recognize the name. Normally, he's perfectly fine. But anyways, more of the story. To those of you that are actually here to listen and just be intellectually honest, it's not always stupid to go against the trend. Sometimes you can go against the trend. It can stay an uptrend, and you can still make money. That was supposed to be the point. Again, John, some of you you're just, yes, just for illustration's sake. I already conceded. I agree that this no price behaves this beautifully. But I was trying to convey a point for the illustration's sake, John. Some of you, I'm not sure you're actually listening. I think you're just trying to, like, I tried to make that abundantly clear. Like, just for hypothetical sake, it's a hypothetical. And then you guys way overthink that. Well, it's a hypothetical. It's a hypothetical. That's all. That's all. Cheers, John. Hey, Clay. Good afternoon. What is going on with chat? Chat's been fine. Chat has been fine until Wave Logic, I don't know, his alternate ego showed up. Thank you, Swedish guy. But no, Chad has been actually. No, okay. We had Mamba. We had one cockroach crawl out of the woodwork, and then Wave Logic. I don't know what happened. It's one of these weird things where when I recognize a name and then usually the name is perfectly fine, and then they are like this. It's like, what happened to you? Are you having a bad day? Are you like, what happened? Dollar index is declined. Is the dollar going down right now? Keep in mind, a lot of people are at work trying to keep up with this live stream. At least, yeah, and that's fair. I do need to keep that in mind, JJ. But after you repeat the question to somebody and then they still, you can tell they're just trying to weasel their way out of it. It's like, okay, it is what it is. I thought the dollar's at 6 months highs. I think it pulled back a little bit. That might be what they're talking about. Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that is what happened to Logic. Big spike, all instruments against dollar. Yeah, could be Mac. Could be. That seems very reasonable. I went long and closed my eyes and I'm up 1100. Maybe clearly that's what I should have been doing. Yes, Bob, I'm very upset right now. I'm crying on the inside. It has nothing to do, Bob, with my personal trading. It definitely has to do with an internet stranger, Bob. That's it. Yes. It has zero to do with the fact that that number right there used to be a 700. And then I went short here, and then it spiked up against me and took that 700 to minus 50. And then I went up here and I lost another 150. And then I tried the rising wedge here, which just went against me, and I'm down it. It has nothing to do with any of that, Bob. It has to do with a dude living in their mom's basement that has upset me. No, you weren't trying to figure out anything there, Wave Logic, because I had a very simple discussion, and you did not engage with it in any sort of intellectually honest way. When I give you a hypothetical that is glaringly obvious, the best answer would have been Clay. The price never behaves that well, anyways. But when you're not willing to engage with a glaringly obvious hypothetical and you try to talk your way out of it, it's just not a good look, man. I don't know. I don't think the trend line's that perfect. Maybe I should be looking for another short. Let's see. Yeah, see, it's not quite as clean as what I drew in my hypothetical. Again, I concede. When I do this hypothetical here, it's a hypothetical for a reason. No price literally behaves that clean. Yes. If we did have that channel that clean, you bet I'm going to short right there. Why wouldn't I? In fact, maybe I don't know. I should probably be done trading today. We are at the 200 SMA, but this thing doesn't care about. I don't know if I'm waving the white flag. Goodness. No, I'm not. I'm getting short right there. Which means everybody should be getting long. It has turned into a clay fade day. If you want to make money, you should be getting long. Come on. Smack it down. 200 SMA. Smack it down. Smack it down. All right, let me take risk off the table. All right, risk is off the table. I'm going to just follow this down with all 8. All 8. It either drops right here or it'll be basically a nothing burger. But if it does start to drop, the sky's the limit, folks, because I'm going to keep on all 8. Now, are the odds that it drops? No. I'm not thinking the odds are in my favor that it actually does something like this. I did believe the odds were in my favor that I could at least have an opportunity at it. And in my defense, that's exactly what's playing out. But do I think the odds are in my favor this thing's about to drop 80 points? No, not really. But hey, I'm positioned. The mechanics are here. If it does happen, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. And then if it doesn't work out, we'll wait for everybody to show up in the chat room to tell me why. Clay, you should have known it wasn't going to work out because of this, isn't this. Oh, thank you. Thank you for your hindsight analysis. Hey, sugar. Yeah, it will work. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Hey, Evan. I don't know. Do I ban Evan? What do I do about that? Jinxed me. Yeah, it will work. And as soon as she says it will work, I get stopped out. What do you think, Evan? How do I deal with this? How long of a timeout should I put you in for jinxing? The jinx timeout. What do you think, Evan? Think that's a 30-minute timeout? Might be. I don't know. No, I'm not going to ban her. We're talking timeouts here, Philly. And then she laughs about it. All right, she gone. She gone. You're going to jinx me and then laugh about it. You gone. You're gone for a minute. See you later. 1 minute. Bread and water for a month. This is a very interesting area up here. We have the overnight low and the VWAP, so potential double whammy up there. I might try it again up there. Good job, futures. Good job. Yeah. I don't think I've even seen Krista today. Maybe I'll blame her. I didn't get hit on today by her, so maybe that's why. Maybe I'll do with that. I'll just blame her. That's why the wheels fell off the bus. Surely it's not my fault today. There's no way it could be my fault. There's no way that I misread the market. There's no way that my setups just didn't work out. No. It's something nefarious. It's something outside of me. We are at 50% fib overnight high to low. Well, is it the Nairobi fib or the Mongolian fib or the Russian fib? Which one is it? Because according to my analysis, we are currently approaching the Jamaican VWAP at the 200 SMA bobsled, okay? Ethiopian, that's the only one yeah, that's fair. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, sugar, just take it easy right now. Have I been off-center camera-wise like this whole time? You guys got to correct me. You guys got to be like, hey, you beautiful baboon. Center yourself up, brother. I can't wait till I get to my new office. Hopefully around Thanksgiving. Please. Although I could see myself still needing to stream from here until I get the internet situation fully figured out there. Trucking dividends. Bob, I'm not sure exactly what you're saying, but it sounds like you are way smarter than I am. I heard bobsled team triggered that move. That move or that movie? Not people. I'm so depressed. I used to have a very green day. I really don't know if this account will survive though. Because as soon as this live stream ends, do I just full send it? Oh boy. I need to just, I think my one thing that should pull me on my funk is I'm actually excited to get over to the property and help out with the roofing and stuff. So that should pull me away from the computer, I think, in theory. What did Evan do? Jinxed me and then laughed about it. She should be back though. It was only a 1 minute timeout. Unless she got highly offended. She might have been highly offended. I don't know. I locked myself out after. Good job, Sean. Good discipline. Yeah, the trend is your friend. That's right. Imagine what people think right there. Okay, the trend is my friend. Let me buy the hammer in the uptrend. Uh-oh, yeah, the trend's your friend, all right, as it just dumped on you. That's right. That's how friendly trends are. No, I'm gonna as soon as this ends, I'm gonna try to bail quickly. But yeah, right now you guys are doing a good job. Like I am currently I am in a boxing match right now with the voices in my head. Today I am not happy with at all. But like I said, it could well happen, but I think I'm already as soon as I'm done. Now, the one benefit I have right now is I am super hot and muggy, but I'm not going to turn my fan on. Again, this is the depths of which traders need to like try to mess with themselves. So right now, I am hot, muggy, and miserable by intent now, because as soon as this ends, I want to get out of it. Because right now, I am in like the hot box of the house. So as soon as this ends, I'm going to motivate myself to just want to get out of the office for a while to feel some cool air. But then when I'm out of the office, I'm going to put on my shoes. And then I'm going to head to the property, work on the house. That's my plan in theory. Does it work out that way? I don't know. I'll let you guys know tomorrow, but that is the plan. See, I mean, isn't that crazy? The trend is your friend. Yeah, okay, well, is it your friend though? And full transparency, I am hindsight analyzing this, but okay, never mind. I thought that was a little bit more of a rising wedge, so never mind. Am I sure that's not a rising wedge? Here, and connect those. And then here, and then connect. No, that's more of an upwards channel. All right. I was going to point out, well, here's a rising wedge that worked, but no, there was no rising wedge. Anyways, the trend is your friend. I mean, is it? Is it? I agreed, as we talked about yesterday. If it keeps trending, it is your friend. But the people that were thinking the trend is your friend, there's a hammer candle in the trend. Okay, let me just buy a little bit of a consolidation here because the trend is my friend. Oh, yeah? Well, you just got cooked. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if you'd say that though. Had the next candle done this, would you say that they were FOMOing to buy right there? Maybe you'd still say that. I'm skeptical though. I'd be skeptical of myself. Yeah, it's easy to call something FOMO when you see it doesn't work. Right? Was this FOMOing right here? Look at that. There's an uptrend. There's a hammer. People buy right there and boop. That one worked out just fine. Yeah, exactly. All fun and games till your friend stabs you in the back. Yeah, exactly. More of the story though is I wish trading were really as easy as just saying the trend is your friend. Or buy the dip. Trade the I wish it were that easy. Hey, just trade the trend. The trend is your friend. Right, exactly. The trend is your friend until it ends. Yeah, exactly. Matt, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I wouldn't believe myself in what I should. You should. I don't believe you. Hindsight confirmation bias. Yes, we can all sit there and say what it is and why and this when we know what happens next. Let me guess, Matt. And the obvious buy was right here, right? Because I'm with you. Well, that was obvious. Buy right there. Well, how convenient that I'm saying that after I now know a nice green hammer has formed. Yeah, see, this is where, like, if this thing recovers back up, this is where things can be brutal. Trend is your friend. Okay, fine. Then go with the trend. Okay, I'll buy right there. Knocks you out, and then it comes back up. Whew, what kind of friend is that? Jimmy trades. I think you might have fallen behind. The blue chew discussion happened like what 20 minutes ago? I thought you said always buy the first pullback. I do agree that you have said, or I don't know if you've always said that, but you said that maybe yesterday, and then you were also able to define when it becomes an uptrend. But I do agree. You have always said that. That's fair. Was trying to get along at 678 and left me in its dust. It happens. All free. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes friends will cook you, you know? Friends can be costly at times. It's strange to see. Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, so this is usually it's this guy's a scammer because he's always green. Okay, well those people can't show up today, so I'm waiting for the this person's a scammer. He doesn't know how to trade. Look at him in the red. So this is we are now because you can never win. But yes, that you're always green. Therefore you're a scammer. They're not going to be here today. Am I taking any more trades? I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what the market's going to offer. If I see a juicy A plus setup, hopefully I take another trade. I know. Why am I? Because it's fun. This is how good of a scammer I am. You want to come be a prop firm trader? Here's what kind of shoe. I mean, people flex Rolexes. People flex fancy dinners. People flex car collections. People flex private jets and Malibu mansions. Here's what I flex. This is what you can get. This is my life right here. Look at this. Still got I still got a little bit of the bottom left. Right here. That's what I'm flexing. I'm scamming right now. This is what you get. Prop firm. Futures in a prop firm lifestyle right here. Shoes with no sole. What is the sole? I think that's the inside part. Just literally no bottom. So, yeah. Which by the way, Merrell's make good shoes. I've had those shoes for probably going on 10 years now. Okay, that's probably a lie. I don't think I got them quite in 2016. But they put up a good fight. OSHA violation. It's funny. Reminds me of the Chan real estate infomercials. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, please. Code Clay all caps so I can buy new shoes. We need that what? We need what? In the arms of an angel, fly away. And then across the screen right now, please buy a prop firm code Clay so he can buy new shoes. In the arms of an angel, fly away. There we go. Hey, what's up, Judd? Okay, I gotta try a short here. I don't even, if this thing steamrolls me, don't care. This is ridiculous. Beautiful. Overnight low, VWAP. If it spikes up through there, then whatever. I'm trying this trade. Again, the trend is your friend. Imagine buying the trend right there. It cooks you and then does that. Either up or down trend is your friend. Well, yeah, but identifying if it's still a trend. Mel, that's what makes it hard. Is it still an uptrend when you buy? Is it still a downtrend when you short? That's the magical question. If it is, I agree with your premise. The trend is your friend. But that whole saying implies the trend stays the trend, which is a faulty assumption. You don't get just to presuppose that. But yes, if it's an uptrend and you buy and go long and it stays an uptrend, fully agree, it is your friend. But if you buy and you think it's an uptrend, but it's like, oh no, I'm actually not an uptrend anymore. The trend is not your friend, brother. Your small donation of using code Clay. No, not to feed hungry children. No, Philly, to buy me some shoes. Do it. Go buy right there. Go long right there. Do it. Go ahead. Proof it. Proof what? It's basic logic. What do you want me to proof? There is, like, what I said is literally factually true. If you think something is an uptrend and you buy and it is still an uptrend, then I agree. The trend is your friend. If you buy something thinking it's an uptrend, but it's actually no longer an uptrend, the trend is no longer your friend. There's nothing there to prove. It's basic logic. Shemel is. Which is why the saying, the trend is your friend, is a faulty saying, because it presupposes that you're buying an uptrend or that you're shorting a downtrend. No, what makes trading hard is this. Okay, I think it's an uptrend, but if I buy, is it going to stay an uptrend? That's why trading becomes hard. Shemel, proof it. Another saying I hate is react, don't predict. Oh no, I like that one. I'm in the reaction business. We're all in the. It depends what you mean. But yeah, I go with trade what you see, not what you think. So yeah, maybe CR depending on what you mean by those words, maybe we're on the same page. So in other words, I'm not going to like in the world of penny stocks, for example, I'm not going to throw a bunch of money into something because I think volume is going to show up. Because if volume does not show up, you're stuck. I'm going to react to that situation. Let's first make sure that volume shows up. So does that mean maybe I don't get the best possible entry point? Sure, but at least I know volume has shown up. And that is a trade-off I'm willing to take. So that's what I mean by that. There's always trade-offs. Where did she malice go? Proof it. Why do people just say stuff? How many crackheads do you think are actually in the world? Being on this live stream, it makes me think that 3 out of every 10 people are crackheads. Do crackheads like to visit live streams? I don't know. This is the saying. The trend is your friend until the end when it bends. Is that actually the saying? Like, is that like a universal saying out there that everybody always just takes out of context? I feel like a crackhead today. Well, I mean, I am a crackhead today. That's true. 300 batting average does get you to the Hall of Fame. That's true. Encase those shoes. No, I need the shoes. I can't encase them. Oh, really? It feels like a lot more. Crap. Okay, I did cancel that order. I don't know what's... talk about just the train wreck of a day. I'm so just whatever. I decided a long before you're short. Took a quick scalp. That's good because I think you're kind of crazy to buy literally right at a key area of resistance. That sounded a little cray-cray to me. Little cray-cray. All right, well, the wheel just this has been the worst live stream I can remember in a while. And yeah, to think how good things were anyways, it doesn't matter. If you want to help support the stream, why is this guy so cranky? If you go back and watch, like, you'll understand why. It was just very irritating. But if you do enjoy the stream, if you want to help support it, as this is totally viewer supported, so save yourself some money, support the stream. Code Clay, that is case sensitive, so all caps with any of these prop firms. If you want to keep the stream going, then yeah, like I said, this is totally viewer supported. There are no sponsorships, so it is on everybody's shoulders. Teamwork, Code Clay, but again, it's a win-win because you are saving yourself money anyways by using the code. So, but that is all I have. So I do apologize if I got kind of bitter and whatever at the end, but now I face the next stage. Can I actually get away from my computer and get to the property, or am I gonna YOLO this account trying to get it back? I don't know. I'm very hot and stuffy right now and annoyed. So cool air is gonna feel good right now. But on your way out, if you don't mind hitting the like button, that'd be great. I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, so make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. That would be, and that way you can know exactly when I go live because you guys show up a little early. But yeah, that's all I have for you. So I gotta get away from the computer. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. See you back tomorrow.